build on topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast.
One, two. Check. Microphone.
Yeah, you're good.
Check.
Good.
Peace. What's up, everybody? Yeah, I know we had a little difficult, crazy. What, were we in retrograde or something?
Nah, the audio from the Zoom got messed up.
Yo, what's up, yo? It's Killah Priest. Welcome to another episode of Killah Priest podcast. I'm your host, Killah Priest. Like a sitcom. Clap before I say something. By my side is none other than
Rasul Law 7 from the Lost Children of Babylon. Peace.
on the 1 and 2s, controlling the rocket, making sure that we ride there safely and land safely is none other than A.D.A. Dizzle.
What up, what up? Welcome back. It's going to be a good show tonight.
And we have our lovely moderator, Jody. I didn't see her yet, but we have the chat room, the Rocketeers and the Craftsmen in the building.
Peace to the
Shout out.
Rocketeers.
Yeah, shout out to Sean Simmons. I see you in there. Pleased to be. I see Trouble Man. What up, Trouble Man? All my G's. That's right. Chris Guest. Solstice. Peace. What up, Solstice? Not the female. That's not that. No.
Okay.
No, that's my man, Solstice. He said Solstice 7. Her name is now Bliss Alona.
Bliss Alona.
So when y'all see her come through. Let me see some more shout outs. Charles, what up? Let's get it in.
So is that Raekwon right there? Said, let's get it.
Where?
Right there. Is that Raekwon? Peace to the God.
This is Raekwon. Let's get it.
That's not the real Raekwon.
That's not the right.
Yeah, you might have somebody coming in at 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? We watching this. Thank you, yo. The glasses is sponsored by yours truly. Y'all know Santana. Yo, we had a beautiful bill with that brother before we started.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Cosmic Engineers. Yes. Shalom. Yeah, y'all coming in the building. We about to get busy today. We're about to get busy. We're going to do the tea ceremony. I'm just at it. But y'all see what I'm rocking right now.
Yeah, that's right. Dark Man X, DMX.
Tragedy.
You know what I mean? The tragedy
You know.
of the great DMX. You know, I always liked his name. You know what I'm saying? Dark
Peace.
Man X. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
an ill name, son.
Yeah.
What you think about
DMX?
Dark Man. Was he a part of the Nation of Islam? I always thought. I wanted to always, because Dark Man X. You know what I mean?
Nah, man.
He wasn't.
Nah,
I just,
nah.
You know,
Did
he
he
had
wa-
nothing to do. All
let
right.
me say this.
Just keep it real. It's a Dark Man X. 'Cause
Nah. He
wasn't we know
Hold
he's
on,
a
brother.
Christian.
Let me-
You know he's a Christian.
Yeah,
You know
no.
he's a Christian. I'm just saying.
Yeah, he read out of the Bible all day long.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm saying?
he did have an X on it. But go ahead.
Yeah. Unknown. DMX. Wanted to say something. Well, this is why I'm rocking it today, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking it today because we got to pay homage to him. Dope MC. Very passionate. And what I wanted to say last time was he suffered from, what a lot of us suffer from, the addiction. The addiction, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not here to just pick on just that, but it's like it's another tragedy to just another blow to our artists and our people. You know what I'm just saying? It's like, man, you lose somebody that's strong to addiction. It kind of like it's sad, you know. How do we break? And he was between. He was like a Gemini, you know what I'm saying? He was fighting through two forces. When I say Gemini, I'm not calling him a Gemini. I'm just saying he was fighting two forces, the good and the bad. They call it the rising serpent. Going back to that noon, you know what I'm saying? That rising serpent, you go up.
Kundalini energy.
Yeah, you come up.
Or the raw force.
Yeah. Rothfuss.
Ra.
Yeah.
You always say, what do they say? Or the
I don't
Ayin principle. It's all the same.
Right.
All the same.
Yeah,
It's
just
all
going
the
up
same.
and going down.
All the same principle.
You know what I'm saying? Every dog, I heard, every dog has his day. But eventually, how do I word this? Eventually, it's tragic. And I don't wish that on anybody, but sometimes, eventually, it destroys us. The devices that are set before us are here to ultimately destroy us. No matter what our journey is, you know what I'm saying? No matter what we have vices, everybody have vices, you know what I'm saying? But to overcome it. Now I'm not saying that we all striving for perfection. We all rehearsing ourselves into righteous act. There's been dark moments. We all went through those dark moments. You know how I know everybody been through that time when you thinking there's no way out. And embracing the spiritual part, the spiritual aspect, learning to do that, embrace that, what your internal gift is essential. Today we're gonna honor Dark Man X.
Yeah.
For the scale of balance and for what he gave us here in the music.
Indeed.
JL said everything is weaponized. That's true. They even took our fruits off the trees and stuck them with stuff now that our fruit are growing without seeds in them.
Yeah. I seen that.
You sit back and ponder that. We have seedless fruits. How do you grow seedless fruit?
Yeah.
Somebody said GMO. T-Star said GMO. Trouble Man said preach. I'm not preaching. I always try to stay away from that. But it's free. I'm just talking.
Yeah.
And I'm talking from the heart. And when we start talking from the heart and start dealing with what it is, because we don't have dialogue, we don't have real spiritual dialogue, soul to soul. When somebody say your soulmate, it always got to be somebody you falling in love with.
Yeah.
But how about knowledge? Because in the ancient worlds or in worlds when you're building, they talked about wisdom. These things can get your mind embracing your spirituality, that part that's inside you that you can embrace. And embracing is like caressing. It's like taking the hold of something. I wish we could look up the information of embracing, but taking it in. People feel like, man, I may be different. And try to bust out of their shell. And that's where DMX, I can see him trying to bust out. Because it was dangerous. It was dark. And hell was hot.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You always love that title too. It's dark and hell is hot. You know what I mean?
One.
Sound like something from out of you know what I mean? Like it sound like a crazy, some kind of crazy novel, a book, you know what I mean? Like you go to Best Buy, Barnes and Nobles, you see, you know what I mean? So that Dark Man X was on a whole nother chamber, yo. You know what I mean?
Earl Simmons. One more road to cross.
And he can sing too. You know what I mean? The way he did did his hooks and the way he sung over the track, it was almost like an old Negro spiritual.
One more,
you know what I mean?
One more road to cross.
One more road to cross.
One more risk to take.
You
Gotta live my life like it's more to make.
Yeah.
Yo, and then it was still gangster.
Yeah.
It was still street, very street. So he stuck I'm not going. Y'all know all the stories, man. I've been just watching YouTube, and one of them that almost brought a tear to my eyes when he was with his daughter, and he was like, "Grab on to daddy, grab on, I got you," because it seems like to me that X was still a family man. He loved his family, but then again, that. Like somebody said in the chat room, they weaponize everything. Yeah, take some of this, take some of that, take some of this.
You hit of this? Come on over to the party. I got something for you. You know what I mean? Have a drink of this.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got some new weed for you. It's called the Boombotic Green. You know, motherfuckers be coming up with all these crazy names for weed, and you might be a guy that's just into wanting to feel great.
Right.
You go over there, you take some of that boobotic green, whatever they call it. You know what I mean? I don't know, man.
It's important to be on point too because he said out of his mouth that someone laced his weed with crack, and he was only a kid.
You know what they say about the the addicts, man? They say that they. I watched the whole documentary on these guys, man. They said he took a couple of hits of the. And they say you get your, they say you get your bell rung, and once you take a hit of that
what, crack?
Yeah.
What you talking about?
Crack. Yeah, you say you hit a crack. They say if you talk to addicts, they say that they once you take that one hit, you be chasing that one hit and that one high. You be chasing that high for the rest of your life. That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
How many of y'all feel that, man? It's like a nut. It's like when you get your first like
crack
at sex.
Yeah, you first had you first bust a nut. That shit. But that's the only way I could really, the way.
What's that, like an endorphins? How many of y'all feel that way, yo? Danny Salinas, shout out to you, brother. Danny Salinas said, peace to Rasul, Priest, and AD. The chat room. Danny, we want to see some films today. Some good films today, bro. But we just talking about Darkman X before we even get started.
Yeah.
Because we last time Tahuti was here, we got into some went to the celestial realm.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, he showed some things. He showed some things, very interesting photographs. Yeah, in my opinion. And here's the thing about all those things,
we're gonna stay on the subject.
Yeah. All right.
We're gonna get on that.
All right.
We're gonna get on that.
Right. You're right.
We'll get back to that.
We'll get back to that.
Because everything's speculation. You could always go back and weigh and judge. We don't tell anybody anything. You know what I'm saying? You weigh and judge. That's balance, and you have that power. See, we have that power. When I say you, I'm talking about myself too. So it's like we have that power to weigh and judge everything.
Indeed. And here's the thing. I don't want nobody to ever think I don't believe in extraterrestrials. Listen, I study the Bob Lazar story heavily. I'm into that whole story of the anti-gravity crafts and studying this information and trying to make sense out of it. But when you try to tell, I just think Lazar's story is fascinating to me, in my opinion. Just to let everybody out there know. I'm not skulls on Mars and, we don't have anything. We'll never know if that's true. We can't go off of a photograph. And a lot of people probably say, we can't believe Lazar's story. But a lot of the schematic that he drew up and a lot of the things he's talking about, we can go into it. That's going to be another subject matter. But I could do a whole class, a whole series of podcasts on Lazar. So, it's a lot of strange information. So we just can't just say, these photographs are right and exact. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I got something going on there.
But I believe in. I want everybody to know. I'm gonna say, I don't. I was the biggest extraterrestrial and UFO guy when I was a kid. I'm still am.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just want to try to make some sense out of some things.
I can't say what a person tells me they didn't see. A lot of things is, there's a lot of shamans
Yeah. So you think Lazar's story is true? You think Bob Lazar could
people,
be telling the truth?
A lot of people. I told you before. I got to sit down and go
right,
through
right,
Bob
yeah.
Lazar stuff. I'll be on other planes and stuff. I got to come back and
right.
Here, Bob Lazar was the clip you showed, right?
Well,
with the
Lazar,
UFO head.
Yeah. Bob Lazar is a guy who say he worked at S4, which is a site at Area 51, and he worked at Los Alamos. And he said that he worked at this site at S4, and he worked on 8 UFO crafts. Okay.
All right.
Now
So
he's
actually said
he's seen them.
Okay.
Described them. Did a whole document and actually drew a schematic and how he looked at the actual propulsion engineering of the craft. You know what I mean?
Right.
Described it and everything. His story might sound like to people it might sound like a bunch of bull crap. You know, but
Embrace your spirituality. That's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, that may seem real to you, like Homeboy said. Like, it may seem real to you, and it may be real to you. You know what I'm saying? That's like when Tootie was up here. He said the book of eyes. Whatever's real to you is real to you.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you could push it out. Like Bob Lazar, that's what he said he's seen. And the thing is, what are we doing? How are we going to move forward? If we take that information in, where we going to go with that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We take that information for what? To know that there's other life beings,
well, I think
other places.
Well, I think it goes into a sense of because here's the thing. Remember I said to you before?
Shout out to T-Star.
I said, listen, if they bring this UFO thing into the mix, you know what I'm saying?
That's
this
right.
is going to
Okay, go ahead.
This is going to really shatter the very foundation of the monotheistic and theological world. Because once you put in extraterrestrials, and then we have something tangible to verify the existence of so-called extraterrestrials, then now that the Quran, the Bible, and the Torah now becomes, in for lack of a better word, AD, it becomes compromised.
Well,
it's compromised because...
Well, hold on. Let me say this.
Go ahead.
Like Mazda Top said, angels are confused with extraterrestrials. Sometimes they consider those are the Neturus or all the same parts.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that. We're going to get into the angels or whatever y'all want to talk about, extraterrestrials. But I just want to... Brings it because DMX talked about Damien. You know what I'm saying? He talked about like things that were... like balancing out the good and the evil. You know what I'm saying? The positive and negative, the yin and the yang. However it comes to you. Yeah, that's my song right there. We can't say what he said. Let me see. The rat. Okay. So why is every move I make? Yeah, he says, why is every move I make turn to be a bad one? He said, where my guardian angel and need one? Wish I had one. Yeah, see? See, he talked about the guardian angels. And then even Nas had a song, some of us have angels, some of us has demons and stuff like that, on the positive and the yin-yang side. Peace, Bob. Miracles. People can't see dreams, but people have them. Like, I can't see your dream. Then in the celestial world, you have a body in there. All those things are going into the occult wisdom. These are deep. This is not for like regular Bible thumpers. Even though we're gonna talk about that too. Just looking at taking everything verbatim. You see him.
Yeah.
That what you don't see governs and rule that what you do see. X talked about that, but going back to another spirit, because wine is known as spirits, and drugs, which wine is stemmed from, like a family of that, like family tree.
Right.
Fermented fruit that turns into this energy.
Right.
Whatever it is, it puts you in another state. Shout out to Akir Smith, Turning It Blue. He did that last time. Down south, we call it chasing a ghost after we first hit a crack.
What do you call it?
Chasing a ghost. That's
a ghost.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
you definitely chasing a ghost after you hit some crack. You definitely gonna be chasing a ghost. You're going to land up right in the graveyard.
And
Yeah, that's where you're going to end up at.
indeed.
You know, because I'm going to tell you something.
Ooh. Sorry, go. No, said the Triple JC dropped something. He said, Al Ghul.
Alcohol.
Ooh.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot. I like the way he
That's a jewel.
Alcohol. Al Ghul. Yeah. The
Al
spirit.
Ghul.
A ghoul. That's what happens. You become a ghoul. An individual. You see?
Spirit's altered state. Yeah. North Carolina slang as well. Chasing a ghost. That's indeed. See, all that's come from that, man. That when you go back into that deep South, you going back into the, the South know because they have some of the, that's where the slaves were first coming from.
Right.
So they got a lot of the roots coming in. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the roots. They made a movie called Roots.
Yeah.
So, and it's like the Caribbeans, like they hold on to like they say Obia.
Obia, yeah.
And Santa Maria, that's Dominican Republic, but still Haiti, you know what I'm saying? So they know about all of that stuff. But then sometimes the medicine doctor, the ayahuasca holders, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
When you go see
yeah.
the shaman, they sit you down there and they put you in this. But
Put you in
those are to be experienced.
Well, they're using natural elements, man. They're using plants. They're using the ayahuasca is a plant. Okay, the mushroom, they call them shrooms. That's a plant. You use what's this called? This tea card right here. You use it.
This is matcha.
Matcha. That's
Matcha
it.
green
That comes
tea.
from matcha
Yeah,
green.
that's it.
Is that a plant or a root? Right.
It's a leaf.
It's a leaf. So okay, it's a plant. So these are natural remedies. You know what I'm saying? When you crack is a controlled substance that they make inside of your dirty ass kitchen, some people's dirty kitchens in the projects, right? And they use baking soda and a low grade of cocaine, right? Mix it all together, concentrate it. That's why I said it's, you know what I mean? And go and take it out. Some people mix it with soap. They extract it and they put all kinds of chemicals in that stuff, right? Yeah. And then they go out in the corner and they sell it for $5 and $10 and $20. So
But then we buy it.
Exactly.
We buy it and then
because they chasing the ghosts.
And then it robs us little by little because you don't even see it coming. It's like little spirits that's coming in and just taking a little bit of your life every day. Every
time you take it, every time you inhale that and that substance. Because you know what's crazy about it?
Yeah.
You know cocaine, right? It's more expensive to do cocaine than it is to actually do crack.
Well, it's pure.
Because it's pure. So
Right
my whole thing is with the guys selling crack, they like a low-grade version of selling real cocaine or cocaine. Yeah. So it's like they went to the low grade to sell it to their own people. They don't even just get the real deal stuff. So it's like a whole. It's just a whole. It's kind of a messed up business, man. This is why I look at them like selling that is not going to get you nowhere. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah,
it ain't
but
going to get you nowhere. Some people made it rich off of it, but not too many.
Somebody said that it's called the white devil. Yeah, white girl, whatever. But anyway, it's like we all suffer from these things, and from some form of it.
Yeah,
everybody has an addiction. Somebody, what I'm saying, addiction is something like video.
It might
games.
be video games. I was about to say video games, sex. It might be brews.
Yo, I be on that Call of Duty. Whenever I get the chance, you know what I'm saying? I'm up there playing Warzone and shit, but...
Can't get off. You be on till like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You don't know why.
Yeah, but for me, I like to change the perspective of it and be like, no, this is military simulation that is good for mental exercise. And I'm studying strategy this way by doing Call of Duty. And I'm building my brainwaves so I could, you know what I'm saying? I always try to restructure it so it's like, this is something that's good for me. You know what I'm saying? Right. Call of Duty is good for the mind in a way. You know what I mean?
Smoking with like that.
And then I just end up getting shot and yelling top of my lungs.
You think you got another? You got to the next level yet? You think you got another man left? Well, you got another man left. You get 3 men.
Yeah.
You get 3 lives in a video game.
Yeah. Yep.
But in reality, you only get 1.
Yeah.
And that's setting you up to play with yourself.
Yeah, and then you got to go in the gulag,
Yeah.
and then you got to wait for someone to buy you back.
Right.
You reincarnate because once you're dead, you could play again.
Yeah.
For 25 cents.
Yeah.
Or you start the game over. That's starting your life
joke.
over again. See that?
Yeah.
You replay it, you rewind the tape and do it again.
Yep. It was an old joke like that. It was like you wasted your life playing those games, and the kid just goes, "It's okay, I got 2 more left." It was something like that, man.
Yeah.
Old dad joke, but that's true. But in real life, we don't get to do that. It's not like acting. It's like it hurts not just you, but the people around you, people who care for you. Shout out to KP. KP, no, it's Cav, right? Cav, what's the name? He was above.
Oh, let's check it out.
Cav, yeah, right there. Cav the poet. DMX talked about Damien, Tahuti, the Netaru. Jordan Maxwell talked about interdimensional beings, and glitched, unproven, is not disproved, just debatable.
Well said, KP.
That's hard. He coming from Europe, he gave a euro too. He said he's in London or something, or UK. My bad. Shout out to Danny Salinas. Let's start the show with another prophecy video. Priest Alma send it to AD on Gmail. Peace to the world. Danny Salinas, I had a chance to build with him. I was telling y'all, right? Finally talked to him. Shout out to Bob Taflar. Remember you turning it blue. Thanks for the 2. Yesterday was Crazy Fellas recap. G, that ish was banging.
I think you're talking about Monday.
Yeah. Monday, bop, bop, ba-da-ba-bop. Yeah, let's get ready to start. I just want to set it off. Yeah. I like those songs, man. I told you. Monday. Who made that song? Monday, bop, bop.
I can't remember.
It's one of them songs.
The Mamas and the Papas.
California Dreaming.
Oh yeah, I love these guys.
All the leaves were brown. And the sky was
Don't them songs make you feel like we're older, right? 43,
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know. When I listen to them kind of songs, that just kind of puts me back when I'm like a young
Say.
buck. Like when I was 9 years old, walking in like a field or something.
walking in the river.
It really puts me there. Yo.
Underneath the sun. How what?
It really puts me in the world that they describe.
Walking in the rhythm of that. Yeah. Oh, it puts you in a good smooth mood.
Nah, it puts me right there, but in my own world.
What you was doing at 9?
What I was doing at 9?
Yeah. You know,
I was probably, I was living in the, Well, I was living in the projects, so we had to have an imagination if you lived in the projects, yo. So I would listen to all kinds of different things,
Right.
to escape the concrete jungle.
yeah, I like those songs, man.
You know what I mean?
I like those songs. Yeah, so DMX, man, man, it was, we gonna pay homage, and they don't even, you know what I'm saying? It's just like we just paying homage to DMX right now, and R.I.P. to your family, and we we losing stars. They're falling from heaven fast. It says at the end, the stars shall fall from heaven. It's an esoteric metaphor, but check it out. Who we lost? We got OD. Who we got? We got
We have. I mean, there's so many. Fred, the Godson.
yeah, Fred, MF Doom.
MF Doom, man. I want to get big RIP to big RIP to. I don't want to single anybody out, but these deaths have been crazy to me. MF Doom.
Yeah, man.
That was. Yeah, man, that was really heartbreaking.
Yeah, I didn't want to believe
DMX
it.
is even harder because, X was. He was in the
X
DGK.
gonna give it to you.
He was in the DGK movie.
Oh,
I
yeah?
was in that same, man. So I got to meet him a few times. So
You talk to him?
yeah, I talked to him. He's a wild guy, yo, but I talked to him. Like, come on, let's go over here. Let's go over here. Smoke some. You know, he's just real cool guy, real good guy, man.
X gonna give it to you. Yo, it was a little, I'm gonna say this. He was kind of a little harder than Pac.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of like, when you listen to it now, and you go,
I know what this video is from. This is from remember the documentaries I should tell you to watch? Magical Egypt. I think this is it.
oh, that's what we doing right now?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
My whole thing about this.
I want to put some, I want to look at it, you know what I'm saying, which way you're doing it. All right, so.
I mean, I think that Pac was more, Pac in
Hey,
my opinion.
pause that, AD. I want to see that too. I know it's something that's
Here's the
going
thing.
to get my mind stopped.
Pac, in my opinion, was more like a revolutionary.
Yeah.
He was more like a fighting for political prisoners, you know, various different things like that. He was not a gangster. And honestly, man, he never came off like that. His music never came
Yes, he
off
did.
like that.
He came off like a gangster.
Which one?
Gangster Party.
Yeah, but it was like, I'm talking about, we from the East Coast, Priest. Like me and you.
I know that. You don't have to convince me
That's
that.
what I'm saying. When you first heard Pac, when you compared it to the stuff you grew up with,
Brenda Got a Baby. No.
that was more of a knowledgeable kind of a track.
Yeah. And then Tupac started off with Digital Underground, right?
Right.
And
Come on, they wasn't gangster, yo.
No, but he said, it was singing, you know,
Like
I Get Around.
The funk
He
was like funky,
yeah.
like the funk.
But then when he got on his own, he became Thug Life and Military Mind, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? His demise came right when he was starting his Thug Life movement. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't really get the. But as far as comparing with, I would never compare them. But I'm just saying, DMX was like from the gate. It was like, get at me, dog.
But hold on though.
Want the real.
When we study the history, we study the history of these guys, right? These brothers, right? You know, Pac being raised in Baltimore, and Baltimore is hardcore, but I think that his mother, may she rest in peace, Pac was raised in a family of revolutionary, spiritual, like
More
they were very
smart.
spiritual.
Yeah, he was
like
on point.
You know, DMX had a hard childhood, man. And you really go back
Drugs.
Just street. You really, I think it's a little bit more deeper than that. I think his mom's left him somewhere, so so I think he had it a little harder than Pac. Like Pac did have his mom's there, but she didn't leave him nowhere.
Yeah, he definitely had it harder than Pac.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So
it's hard to say that because
I know. We don't know.
You never know, but you know, DMX was just straight street. All the way through.
I mean, you know, people do the history on X. X used to walk around with his dog, man. You know,
but he did make slipping though. No, he did make songs about the Bible and slipping.
He did. He made awesome songs.
I'm falling.
I can't get up.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. I can't get up. Man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, X I think was a little bit more spiritual than Pac, in my opinion.
Yeah, SK said it right. X was a father of speech. Yeah, definitely. I'll give you that. And Tupac was in school. Yeah, he was a little bit more. I think X was a little harder than Pac. That's all I'm saying. It was just harder.
You gotta go back and watch that one documentary with
X was probably harder than a lot of cats.
Yeah, yo, I'm trying to tell you, he was a wild bull, man. He was a wild bull to X.
But they try to compare, you know, when X first came out, because the ladies were loving Tupac so much they wanted another Pac.
They wanted another. Yeah.
They wanted another.
You know
Pac.
what it is? I think you know what it is. I think black women love guys like me and you that got the baldy head. It's something about the bald head black men. They love us. You know, we just come through. Me,
Like
you know what I
Jordan.
mean? Like Michael Jordan, you know.
I used to have hair.
Tupac, he got the baldy. DMX, may those brothers, may they both rest in peace. They like the guys with the, you know.
They like me when I had hair though. Both ways, but I understand what you're saying. But exactly. Nah,
like
cause
you
somebody could be
mad
mad right now. Somebody could have a big afro looking at us mad, like, yo, they like.
Well, nah. It's not really like going against the brothers with the 9 ether, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going against them.
Michael Jackson said
I'm not
that,
even
like-
talking about them brothers.
What that
But
brother
what I'm
talking
saying,
about?
I'm talking to the ladies out there. Ladies do like the brothers with the baldy heads that come. They like the baldy guys. You know what I mean, too. They like that. You know what I mean?
Dean Thor said, Killer Priest and Rasul, you should drink live alkaline water. We talk about that. The water is energizing, quartz crystals. And
I got a big gallon of that at the crib, by the way. Just to let you know.
Yeah, I hear. Exactly. Yep. Indeed. Mazel Tov said it right. Yep. I had braids. Yo, let's just get we got 265 in the house. Let's get it up to 4 or 5. Let's have the toast and let's get ready to start the tea ceremony. I pre-poured it. And let's start the podcast, you know what I mean? How we do. AD, I know you're doing what you gonna do. Because you're weird, man. You one day you'll do coffee, and you'll do some what?
Not an easy skill to learn.
I'm gonna do my carbonated water.
There you go.
Carbonation.
Should we wait for you to get it?
Yeah, I'll go get it.
All right, so AD gonna do carbonated water. We're gonna wait for him. We're gonna wait for y'all to get y'all. Check this out. This is not just regular matcha tea. I'm gonna hang with the chat room, so I put some turmeric in it this time.
Oh.
This is turmeric powder. So this is not just turmeric matcha tea, which I had to shake up. It's got a blend of that in it.
What is that, cinnamon?
No, this is cinnamon.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't put the cinnamon in it though. And we're gonna do some tea. You got your carbonated water? Look, I haven't even been open yet. All right.
Spindrift.
Yo. So everybody coming in the building. We're gonna get deep tonight. It's gonna be incredible. We talked about DMX.
Hey.
Yeah, lift your glass, lift your cup. If you got cold brew, your tea, and we want to see what kind of tea y'all drinking. If you got your whiskey, your wine, or you with your women, you just settling down. And you know what I mean? If you got you can't drink a blunt though.
No.
Right. Well, this toast is for all y'all. Toast from y'all from Killer Priest Podcast. One love, yo.
Peace.
Oh, she got ball.
I disagreed, Jadiel. He said carbonated water is acidic, which promotes cancer cells.
Ooh.
It's not acidic. It actually increases the carbon dioxide, which also is good for your metabolism. Do you know what I'm saying?
Podcast debates.
Keeps you full. Actually, you don't want too much alkaline water either because you're going to throw off your pH, which is your potential hydrogen. And your stomach already knows how to balance its own pH because your stomach needs to be acidic in order to digest the food. So alkaline water can be considered a hoax for most folks.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I have heard that.
What we should watch out for is plastic bottles and look for glass bottles because rather than alkalinity, you got to stay away from the plastic seeping into the water and therefore becoming estrogenic within your body.
Okay.
And
That's what I'm talking
you know what I'm saying? Manipulating your hormones because we as men are under attack.
Plastic.
All the estrogenic substances within the food industry.
Plastic bottles.
Gunshots.
That's all I gotta say about that.
So stay away from them bottles.
Plastic bottles, yeah. You want glass bottles.
Glass bottle water.
Ooh, that's gunshots. Gunshots to the chat room.
They do sell glass bottle waters
Yeah.
at the Whole Foods.
Voss.
Voss, yeah. But yo, you know,
Ben Franklin, I like that. Ben Frank said water needs to be electric. You never drink water if you can drink all the water you want, but you haven't drank until it goes into your cells.
You could die from too much water. You could flood your kidneys.
That's a
Ain't
dumb.
that some shit?
Yeah, that's a retard. Who's gonna?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
could
but
just basically
could,
drown.
Yeah.
You could drown yourself with too much water, you know what I mean?
Word.
And then you flood out all your minerals. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? You
yeah.
need your electrolytes.
Yeah,
For real.
you need your electric lights, man. I say as long as we have teeth and we could chew, you'll get your alkaline. Because that water that comes out of them vegetables, Man, I wish I had a vegetable right here. When you chewing them
you
vegetables.
bite into a vegetable. Yeah. That's the real nutrients right there. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And some vegetables I heard, the fourth was telling me that you need to cook because this doctor, this herbalist, is saying that some of the greens you have to cook because they have some type of enzyme or some type of bacteria that lives on a plant or something like that. You know what I mean? You have to cook it.
Right.
Guess you could, I wonder if you could freeze them.
Freeze the green, you saying?
Yeah, frozen vegetables. I like that music. Yeah, background is nice.
You know, it helps to have the background beats, right?
I like that. I like that. Somebody said they had ginger in their tea, alkaline red eyes. We'll get that part. Please. Alkaline red eyes is mine? I don't know. You can't intoxicate off cannabis.
True.
You know, you can make it into you can put it in your food, and I mean,
Triple JC killed it. Rainwater. That's the original right? Rainwater. Yep. But they don't pollute the atmosphere so much. It's crazy.
you don't want to. Well, I don't know. Maybe you can take the rainwater and purify it.
Exactly.
You know.
All right. All right. Man, as soon as I look at my phone, it starts going off. Steps to building our spirituality and our journey and staying on your purpose. Steps to staying on your purpose.
Well, first and foremost, in order to find the steps, you got to figure out the purpose. You can't just start running and start. You know, a lot of times what happens with a lot of young boys out here, they what happens is they start trying to mimic other cats. And you know, you can't be mimicking other people's styles. That's what's going on today. And not only that, you see it in the so-called trap music. They done mimicked each other. We can't even differentiate who sounds like who and who originated what style, right? But not only that, you see it with some of the new music coming out. Some of these guys claiming to now so proclaimed hip-hop legends, claiming the style that the RZA, Fourth Disciple, and other cats created. As far as production, we ain't gonna go into lyrics. Honestly, man, cats is putting these guys on pedestals, and I be sitting at home listening to these cats. And I be wanting to rip the flat screen off the wall because they saying that these cats is the new legends. And I go back and I analyze all the Wu-Tang catalog, all the boot camp catalog, all the locks and all them catalogs, including DMX and the likes, right? But what happens is these guys want to just proclaim themselves as the greatest and disregard the rest of the hip-hop catalog that came out and say, now we the best. And your music don't really have no real merit to it, brother. You know why? Because it sounds the same. You ain't doing nothing new. One thing I say about me and you, Priest, when you listen to our stuff, because we ain't dropped nothing in a while, but I've been listening to your stuff. When you listening to your stuff, yo, man, it's timeless music. You can listen to this stuff. You can listen to... See, people got to learn how to make timeless music. So when you put the music out now, somebody 10 years from now will be like, yo, this is the craziest stuff I've ever heard in my life. That's the Heavy Mental album. That's the Lost Children of Babylon albums. These guys that people are listening to, they probably not going to be listening to them 5-10 years from now. Especially if it sound, you want to, we making the 90s music. Or we making the stuff that sound like the 90s. Well, if you making the stuff that sound like the 90s, brothers, let me say this. It don't sound like the original sound from the 90s. So how you comparing yourself to those guys who made that music 25 years or 20 years ago and then saying, well, we got the new version of that and it don't even sound better than that?
Yeah. You finished?
Yeah.
I didn't. The question. What was the question I had?
I'm
You
just saying, we
like
went
you
in.
had to get that out. No, go in, man.
We was driving.
Just get it all out, bro. Huh?
I just, you know, I mean, when you start talking about hip hop, we got to keep it all the way real.
I didn't start. I was talking about the
Well,
spiritual journey.
we the spiritual journey, since they're talking about the purpose and rhyme purposes and what you
I didn't say
standing
rhyme
for.
purpose. Yeah,
I
I
said the
understand.
purpose, but I'm
Yeah.
just saying, you know, I'm coming.
Yeah, you had to get that out. No, I'm just saying,
I'm
get
just
it out.
saying,
You had to get
yeah.
Shout out to Four Horns.
Somebody said, I'm not talking about West Side Gun. I'm just talking about the sound. Stop trying to put guys in there. This guy said, I feel you on West Side Gun. I didn't mention nobody's name. I just said what I said.
Four Horns says, wondering if you have heard of, what's that, Matazine? 30 plus years studying Aztecs. He says there is no proof of human sacrifice, Spanish hoax to justify invasion. Now that's a good thing.
That's a real debate right there.
That's
Well, what about, can I ask you this?
all right. Well, that's something to think about, bro. I mean, I'm just saying,
Go.
something to think about. Let me marinate on that for a minute.
Go ahead.
Because
Go ahead.
yeah, the scientists, European scientists, whatever, I know they wasn't Aztecs, said that they were practicing sacrifice, and the brother just come out Four Horns and said, let's look, what are they sacrificing?
Well, I mean, there is, well, we got to pull up. We know that the Maya, we do have sacrifices. We have depictions of sacrifices of the Maya. We do have that. You know what I mean? As far as the Aztec, I can't.
I like when you say we have that because you sound like you went there.
Because we,
yeah.
We're the archaeologists, brother. We're a part of the community. That's why I put it in there, brother.
Shout out to Chris.
Because I know what you was about to say. You was like, well, hold on, Soul.
Yeah, you got to show.
What, you been down there? No. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. He said, shout out to Chris Guest, was able to get the power on vinyl, any chance to get it signed. Yeah, just set that up. We'll have some. Yeah, hit us on what's the
What's he
information
gonna
there?
do? FedEx the cover to you, and then you sign it and send it back?
Yeah, probably can do that.
That was good.
We'll figure out a way. You always say you trip me out.
Yo, sorry, but yo, everybody be saying that.
Who does that?
Every time I take a nice drink, I always go
You say that what's in the cup?
Everybody say that.
You
My
say that,
nephews
man.
and all them. My
Yeah.
nephews, because they
Enjoying life.
Now you're saying,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah.
I just say that, yo.
Yeah.
Is it annoying? Should I say,
It's weird. You know what I'm saying?
It's kinda
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, I'm saying if you in front of a bunch of cats and the dude who says it's like okay, this guy is really, he's
Yo, man, I'm just different, man. Yo, cats don't like it, man. Go over there, man. I ain't saying you. I'm just saying if I'm standing with a bunch of cats, right?
We push that.
And I'm standing there with a bunch of the homies or whatever,
Yeah.
and I'm having a drink.
40s and you the only one that go
No, I don't say that when Nah.
You don't pass the fun.
Nah. I mean, I'm just saying if I have a cool beverage, right?
Yeah. Nice,
Iced
cool
tea,
one.
whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
You
Nah,
know
you're
what
not
I'm saying?
drinking
I'm
no
standing
iced tea.
amongst the gods. I'm standing amongst the gods.
You're not drinking no iced tea.
I'm
with your
just saying,
friends,
though. Look, listen.
Who
If
does
I'm
that
drinking,
unless
I'm
you're 14 years old. No, who said you're iced tea?
No,
Say
I
what
just
you
had
want.
an iced tea.
No.
I came over your house with the iced tea the other day in the cup. You didn't know that was iced tea?
Nah, man, I thought that was Long Island iced tea. I can see that. Long Island iced tea. Maybe Staten Island iced tea.
Okay.
You was drinking tea around dudes? Just you know how guys
Oh, we went
us.
to the Chinese store. You from Philly? You can get the iced teas for one. They put
Just
in
say
the
the
cart.
brews, bro. Just say
There's
you
no
ever-
booze in there,
Well,
though.
anyway, we talking about the Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I get overwhelmed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I you know what I mean?
You feeling it.
I feel, This is how it is, man. I mean, a lot of cats been asking me that. Why you keep saying that? Now you asking me that. It's like, I just feel great when I have a drink, man. A nice cold one.
Uh-huh.
You know?
Trouble Man got sad. He says love. His Trouble Man always getting sad, right?
It's all good, Trouble, man. I know you be rooting for me too, man. 'Cause I love you, my brother. You know what I mean? It's all good, man. We gonna be all right. Me and you gonna be all right, man.
Yo, I don't believe nothing. Nothing. Going back to what that brother said.
Who are you talking about?
What's his name? 4 hours? No pun intended, but a couple of hours ago. Nah, it was up there. You know, the guy who said the Aztecs, did they really sacrifice? Or said there's no proof that this guy, somebody looked in there.
This is what you do.
Said there's no proof.
We have to look up illustrations or glyphs and carved in stone? Because the Mayas have an illustration of them. You know,
You just lost a debate to Hootie trying to find some
yeah,
tools.
come on, man. I didn't lose that debate, man. You crazy,
You didn't find
man.
one tool.
I
Yeah,
showed you
can't-
the tool on the wall, man.
But the tool was
You listening to him, man.
No.
You listening to him. I showed you the ancient tools,
Don't
man.
have nothing to do with who I was listening
on,
to.
man.
I was listening to
You
you.
I
thought you was gonna pull out something because we tried to. I was like, yo,
listen.
so,
I
do you
showed
have
you the
anything?
tools, yo.
Not to build the pyramid, them big stones. You told me,
Yo,
potters.
that was one of the. No, they still use that. Excuse me, sorry. They still use that tool. You know what I'm saying? He tried to see. Listen, he used a red herring fallacy, man. He tried to make you think that the glyph and the tool I showed you, they didn't use that on the cyclopen-sized body.
Well, like,
they didn't use it on those blocks, yo.
Well, like
So,
Santana said, because you just talking about we got to find the tools and stuff.
yo,
I'm
I
just saying
showed you the ancient tools.
No,
brother.
you talking about now? You talking the Aztec tools? You want to find?
No, I'm saying that you got to pull up an illustration of the glyph. Like
Yeah, let's
pull
pull
up
up
right
one.
now. Pull up Aztec sacrifices.
No, what we should have.
You know, because
what we should have did.
You can find the Mayan illustrations of them doing that.
But what we should have did was pull up what Homeboy said and look at the ones who said that there's no real. There's pictures on the wall. But is that
Aztec.
real though? Is that real?
Well,
I
these
should
are
have asked
coming-
Hootie that, right? Everybody like, yo,
You
priest,
can't
if you gonna
ask
question,
him, man.
you
You gonna ask?
if
You gotta
gonna
bring
que-
somebody. No disrespect to him, but
But if you want to question pictures, because I'm getting on myself. I'm just saying because I was like, yo, is that picture real? Like, is it really coming in there? Did they really do that? Is that old flick or is a picture glyph from?
well, you got to go to the original.
See, that clearly looks like they're not sacrificing. It looks like they're making like food. Just kidding. Did the people see that? Hey.
Well,
to the
hold on. You got to go back to where this illustration is taken from, okay? Because there's a lot of
That's what
illustrations.
I just said. I just said, is it a real pic? Yeah. To that cat, I hope he come back and justify, because we just pulled up a whole bunch of they're throwing people down the stairs and everything. Mm-hmm. Was the movie Apocalypto based on the Aztecs?
It was based on the Maya.
The sacrifice in the movie. Yeah. Well, they got they got on Homeboy. I wish he come back. 4 hours. What's his name? You remember AD? Nah, right? Well, right there, they clearly throwing people down the stairs. I would like for you to break that down.
Yeah, well, we gotta, you make claims. You gotta go back to the ancient carvings and what's written on stone.
Jody says dogmatics. Yeah.
So, I mean,
Throw them down the stairs. Yeah. So let's get back into it. That's crazy. Quetzalcoatl. That's how you say it. Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl.
The
plume sermon. That's Cosmic
Yeah,
Crusader.
that was 4 horns. Thank you. Yeah, four horns. Could you please come back on and tell us who's this guy? And I was siding with him a little bit because I started questioning everything. Once you find out the truth, you go back and you question everything. You go like, what was they teaching us in school? Who are these people that they say that landed on the moon or what else? They said that's not true. The Egyptians, the Israelites. Who was Jesus? Was he, you know what I'm saying? So you start questioning what's astrology, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get it. You start the planet. Are they mathematics right and exact?
Who you talking about?
I'm talking about just questioning everything.
Right,
The brother just stepping outside the box of questioning the facts that they said they set before us. I don't think they'd ever said it was facts. When you go on, it was an episode, when you go into stuff and find out that sometimes they be speculating.
Yeah.
We said before, one person to say, Plato will say something, then Aristotle, then Galileo will say something, and they'll all be different. And that'd be debunking. Could you pull in, it was a show, right? You got to pull it up. It's funny. Pull up It's Always Sunny and it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And I think it's
What's that?
is the debate. Just put in debate. I guess they had a. It's funny. Yeah, right there. You just passed it. Yeah, right there. The first one. Right?
I'm finished, guys. I'm finished.
Now check this out.
Making myself credible in your eyes again, and I'm going to do that by admitting
y'all know
that
about to go back.
evolution
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the
is a lie.
divine intervention too.
God damn you, Mac!
It's funny.
Please
Check this
do,
out.
Mac.
Now, as you can see, this is the evolution meter, and I've put God, the creator of everything, on the right side, and evolution
Pause it for a minute.
on the left.
Now, in this, Matt, right, the guy was talking, he's coming from a Christian standpoint, right? Because he believes in God.
Who the dude?
The dude is talking. He
Okay.
believes in God, and he's going against evolution. So this is a funny debate, yo. It's hilarious. But he made some interesting points. That is hilarious. But just check it out. Go ahead. Just want to let you know before
I
y'all
went ahead
watch.
and put you guys all on the fence, because, of course, you're going to hear out my mind.
Actually, no. Let's start where I would start.
No matter, I'm righteous. I'm not going to stand here
Heard what he said?
present some egghead scientific argument based on fact. I'm just a regular dude. I like to drink
Hold on,
beer.
pause that.
You know, I
He
love
just
my
said what
family.
you said.
What?
He said, I'm not going to do nothing that's based on fact. Go ahead, just keep going. Keep going.
Trying to tell
man.
me
Rob
Nah,
Flag and
fam.
Eagle, right,
Facts
Charlie?
now?
All right, this is
Got a
good.
point? No, he
Understood.
doesn't. You see, Charlie? These liberals are trying to assassinate my character. And I can't change their mind. I won't change my mind, because I don't have to, because I'm an American. I won't change my mind on anything, regardless of the facts that are set out before me. I'm dug in, and I'll never change.
Mac, look, you're wasting our time. You're not going to get us to not believe in evolution.
And why is that?
Because the smartest scientists in the entire world all agree that it's real.
I'm glad you brought that up. Because, Mr. Reynolds, science is a liar sometimes.
Oh boy.
This is Aristotle, thought to be the smartest man on the planet. He believed that the Earth was the center of the universe, and everybody believed him because he was so smart. Until another smartest guy came around, Galileo, and he disproved that theory, making Aristotle and everybody else on Earth look like a bitch. Of course,
Now, that's true, though.
Galileo then
He did.
thought
That's true.
comets were an optical illusion, and there's no way that the moon could cause the ocean's tides. Everybody believed that because he was so smart. He was also wrong, making him and everyone else on Earth look like a bitch again. And then, best of all, Sir Isaac Newton gets born and blows everybody's nips off with his big brains. Of course, he also thought he could turn metal into gold and died eating mercury, making him yet another stupid bitch. Are you seeing a pattern?
No.
Mr. Reynolds, these were all the smartest scientists on the planet. Only problem is, they kept being wrong. Sometimes.
This is insane, you fool!
I'm a fool because I have more faith in the saints that wrote the Bible?
Yeah, because you just read the words of a bunch of guys that you never met, and you just take it on faith that everything they wrote was true.
And what makes you think what your scientists are writing is any more truer than my saints?
Because there are volumes of proven data, numbers, figures. There are fossil records.
Oh, fossil records. Ah! I didn't even think about the fossil records. I guess I'll concede. Oh, wait, well, one more thing before I do, Mr. Reynolds. Have you seen these fossil records?
Have I? Huh?
Have you
So you
poured through the data yourself? The
You
numbers,
trying to
the
say,
figures.
hold on.
Well, no,
Hold on.
no.
All right, all right,
Stop it.
all right.
Yeah,
I
pause
see
it,
what
pause
you're
it.
trying to say. I see what you're trying to say.
Yeah, pull him back down because he came up. See, I'm just saying, it's just like he made some interesting points on
Yeah, but see-
on how they be wrong sometimes,
Yeah,
and
scientists
they
can
all
be wrong.
switch it, and it kind of makes the other cat that came. Do we get rid of the knowledge that came before? After
talking about the Bible?
No, he's talking about evolution.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm just talking about we are wired to listen to these leaders, or whoever said they discovered electricity, or I believe at one time that Benjamin Franklin did fly a kite in the rain at nighttime, like he wasn't on crack. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
got to
but
be
they-
on something to be out there at nighttime.
Yeah, but see what they do is the Europeans, right? They'll the Caucasoids.
But nah, stick to what the point was
I
of them trying to
what
change
you,
it.
I hear what you're saying.
Good.
But I look at it like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to him.
this dude right here, I don't agree with the liberal because he'll put the scientists and the engineers and all them guys in one category and say they're the liberals and they set the scientific standard at what it is, and they do. But this guy right here, he's a religious guy.
Right. He's coming
So
from
he can't really.
believes in God.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with believing in the divine. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as we used to say, Yeshua HaMashiach. If you want to accept him as your personal savior, right? If you want to believe in the 5 books of Moses and follow the 10 commandments or the 613 commandments, you can do that. Right, and follow the Mishnah and the
all right,
the Talmud and all that stuff.
We get it. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But that don't mean that the religion is right. That's what we saying. That's what we saying. So the gap between religious people and the scientific community is really dates. This guy, it seems like this kind of guy, he's going to say all a bunch of stuff to try to make the scientific community look stupid, but he's going to come up there with a mythological God.
He said, yes. He said sometimes.
Yeah,
you know what
he's
I mean?
not even going to probe into ancient Sumer or Egypt or any of that stuff. He's going to go right back to his Bible, which is only 6,000 years old.
But yeah, exactly.
You understand
but
what
he
I'm
made
saying?
some debatable points.
He made some great debatable points.
On
right.
switching the idea of what, because everybody in Aristotle time believed that was it.
Right.
And then when you go down the timeline, what do you do with that history after somebody disproves it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is, what he's making a point is just that science switches. The science changes. And the
Indeed,
ideas
it does.
It
Religion
changes.
don't change, though. Religion don't change. It always stays the same.
No, religious change.
No, man. They have a set. The Islamic faith has not changed in the last damn near they say 1,400 years. Muhammad is older than
They
that.
never
now.
keep discovering stuff and
No, they live off the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No, they don't change anything.
right.
They do not change.
Right.
That's mushrik. You cannot do that in Islam.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You can't change the Quran.
Right.
Go ask them. You don't have to ask me.
No,
Go ask them.
no, different ones pop up. No, I understand what you're
Well,
saying.
they have different translations of the Quran.
It's different. It's
Right.
just different
And
sects.
There's different sects.
Sufi, there's
Right.
different types.
There's different
and that's-
so-called sects, but they all believe in one book,
Yeah.
which is the Quran al-Karima, right?
But
so
they're-
there's no changes within that.
But the traditions are different. Right?
Some of the traditions, tribal traditions. When you say tradition, that's comes from a group of people who do
Like the
traditions.
FOI. The FOI is different from like the FOI. Like if they went out to Islam, is it the same thing? Or
No,
is
if the FOI went to Saudi Arabia, they would have to comply to the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, which has been there for 1,400 years. It does not change.
Right.
Just because they may be from a sect and they may dress a different way, no, they still have to follow the Sunnah.
right?
It does not
But they
change.
don't wear. They don't wear. They don't wear. I'm talking about customs and stuff.
Well,
like
they
it's
have
a little bit different.
It's customs, yeah, but they still have to comply. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It don't change.
All right. So going back to Four Horns, ancient images of Aztec sacrifice are painted by Spaniards and wrote the Codex. Most are Catholic priests. And that's going back to him. See, I was just adding on to what he's saying with this show, is that they switch up a lot.
Right.
And the scientists are switch up too. Because you got certain scientists that be out there that make their discovery because they debunked who? Zachariah Sitchin. Some people say that Sumer's older than Egypt, and then you have people that come and say Egypt's older than Sumer. And then there's different type of artifacts that they show. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I was just adding on to what the brother was saying, Four Horns. So now he's coming back. Shout out to Four Horns once again. The war with the Aztec was for gold, land, and to control through Christianity, human sacrifice, get the world to agree with the conquest.
You talk. I can kind of somewhat agree with that. I mean, yeah. Again, I think that a thorough study. I think this brother may be right. I think
you know what it is. It's you gotta sometimes coming outside the box scares people. When you come up and you do a little something different and not traditional, it kind of like scares people into because they're so used to doing things one way, and when you come up out of that, it's like, no, we don't supposed to do it like that. It's always been this way. And you be straightforward. But then you go outside and it kind of shakes up everything. But what's wrong with going outside and doing the extra studying? Because we are all here on the planet to have our own experience,
Right.
and tell our story, just like before some of the prophets.
Right.
All of them. There was
Right.
other things that was going on, you know what I'm saying, that they probably could have saw. With the thank you, Callie. You know what I'm saying? That's true. And there's nothing wrong with going outside of things that we've been taught. You know what I'm saying? And shown. So I understand what he's saying. So I'm just taking it into consideration, man. I'm not gonna just knock him and say, but they did show steps for what's his name, for bring him back one more time, AD. I'm gonna remember your names for good now. 4 horns.
4 horns.
They did show these pictures of them committing straight sacrifice and throwing them down the stairs.
Yeah.
So what do you have to say about that part?
I think he's trying to point out maybe what did he say in the last? Let me see that, AD. He said war of the access for Golden Land and to control through Christianity gets. Well, yeah, maybe he's saying that maybe been propaganda. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That kind of been put out about the Aztec. Is that true?
4 horns is deep. That's heavy, yo.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
heavy.
think that could be true. Maybe we don't know a lot about the Aztecs. You know what I'm saying? Because they shrouded in mystery, just like they try to shroud the ancient Egyptian or the ancient Kemetic history in the ancient Israeli history, right? They shroud it in mystery and give you a false narrative of it. So you can't be able to put the pieces back together. That's just my opinion on it.
Right.
The false
Okay.
narrative.
Right. So Sunni elevation process says Sunni Muslims don't believe in Yaqub grafted the devil.
Yeah, no, they don't agree with that. Sunni
So that's
Muslims,
deep. That's
Shia,
different.
the Shia, the Wahhabi, the people of the Mortabi, Sufi sect, and all of the Muslims from, including myself, we do not accept or never really accepted the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. May he rest in peace.
All right.
Because
So that's different. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
saying
different,
that,
different.
that's what
Yes.
I'm saying. There
Very,
is
very
a
different.
change. There is a change and as it goes on. You know what I'm saying?
Well, what I would say the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, what he did, his real name was Elijah Poole, by the way,
Blessed be upon his
from
name.
Sanderville, Georgia.
Right.
He wasn't from Chicago. Yes, he brought in those particular lessons in a Mason. I look at it like in a Masonic format to really at that time to raise black people up. You know, giving black people a Quran at that time. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't have been able to get, maybe it would have worked, but I think that the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's job was to clean black people up. You know what I mean? And I think that using that, you know, was a good tool, but they wasn't taught Sunni Islam.
Hold on. Nate Dogg said, Rasul, do you take Salat 5 times? Shout
No,
out to
I don't.
Paradox.
No, I don't. I
Lust.
know. I say it right now. I mean, it's the month of Ramadan right now.
Trust a man seeking truth.
Ramadan Mubarak. You know what I'm saying? So
I like
I
that
don't.
one.
No, I'm not. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm past that. I graduated from Islam, brother.
Shout out to Paradox Lust. Word, trust a man seeking truth. Trust no man who claims he has it. Love that.
That's
Beautiful.
true. Yeah.
The traveling man, the man who's striving and seeking his purpose. Is when I started out. I was started out by saying we have to we got to stick to our purpose. Time is changing, things are happening, and we're almost there. Don't give up, and breakthrough is happening. You know what I'm saying? Breakthrough's gonna happen. If you work out, just think about it. Just take these principles. If you work out 3 times a week, and you consistent with it, the body understands it. The endorphins will start giving you. The chemicals in your brain will start giving you the energy to do what you got to do, and it pump and put it in your mind. Your body will start working for you to remind you to get up. You know, because you be forgetting. Oh man, did I do my push-ups today? Did I run up the stairs? And so you got the universe and all of that start working with you. So when you start sticking to your purpose and your goal, right, whatever it be, and you go into who you are. the reward is going to come. And you don't even do it for the reward. You just know that at the end of the day, you're going to break through and you're going to come through whatever you're going through. If it's a dark tunnel, if whatever is a dark time, there's a time and place for everything. It's a proverb about that.
Indeed.
Just stick to your purpose. We all have to stick to our purpose. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, when you start as a seed, you bury the seed, it rains. You know how it goes. DMX. So you bury the seed under no one can see it. It's hidden from the world. Rain on it, talked about it, rain on it, and then everything. Next thing you know, it buds. We like trees. We start budding, and you coming through, and then next thing you know, you got your strength, your roots. Your roots are dead because you never forget where you come from, and then you grow the barks. You grow your limbs. And then you grow your fruit.
That's right.
Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You grow your fruit. You drop that and then you drop it off. You leave that seeds, you leave those fruits of wisdom for someone else, to be planted somewhere else. You know?
Yeah.
That's what it is of endurance. We should practice more endurance. No, even if you're going through it, because we have to endure anyway.
Yeah, what we call the straight and narrow path. Sometimes the path could be narrow, sometimes the path could be straight. So, but you know,
it's
you
right.
be able
Skinny,
skinny path, narrow path. You know what I'm saying? Or a long journey on a short path, as they say.
Right.
Because you are on a long journey, but life is short.
Yeah.
That journey could be perceived as long. You know what I mean? But honestly, 43 years old, I'm 43 years old. 43 years, that's not really a long time. Compared to the date of the planet Earth and the universe, that's a speck in time. Even 80 years old or 100 years old is really not that long. That's not a long time at all.
It's real.
You know what I mean?
It's real.
The rocks is older than you. So we as human beings do not spend that much time here on this planet. You know what I mean? That's why we call it what? The long journey on a short path.
That's right.
With a narrow and straight path, as they say. The Muslims say, Sirata Mustaqim, the straight path. But the path is actually narrow. How could it be straight when human beings are going to make it so?
Well,
this is why. The spiritual meaning.
You mean
a straight and narrow path, because it'd be straight.
follow the straight and narrow path.
Yeah, but no. They say it's straight, but it can become narrow. Who they're talking about is the sinners or the kafiruns in Islam when they talk about that, because you could be a Muslim, you could meet a Muslim.
Shout out to
who
Alex.
who follows the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad to the key, and doesn't do anything wrong. I know Muslims like that all my life. Don't do anything wrong. They don't do nothing. They don't drink. They don't fornicate. They don't do nothing. I know some people don't even got a TV in their house. Some of them brothers and sisters back in the day, they didn't have a TV. So they follow on that path, but you can't go through you can't go through life, just not being a regular human being. You know what I'm saying? So you got to indulge in just I wouldn't say the delicacies of life, but just living life in general. So you can't, the path to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala could never be perfect. To any Muslim that's watching this, don't ever think that you on a straight path when you messing up, even when you
and not just Muslims.
Not just Muslims.
This is a life. This is a life test. This is a life journey for everyone. You don't even have to be Muslim, Hebrew, Christian. This is free for you. Your wisdom is what it is.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm saying. Certain religions took it. They take these jewels, and I'm not getting on nobody. I'm just saying religions take certain jewels and apply it to, like, they just discovered something that's already been there. You know what I'm saying? That's already been the all in all, the best part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what they do is they try to distribute it to people, and then they give you the bad side. They give you an evil side to scare you to death. So you can't elevate as an individual.
Yeah.
And they deal with a lot of spookism, a lot of scary stuff. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Pitchfork. You know what I'm saying? And let's think about it. You can use it to till your ground, to plant, and things like that. It's tangible.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
You know.
You know.
And this thing is an open forum for us to open up and stick to our purpose. It's reforming, yes. This is Wakil, okay, Wakil M. Lester Crowley wrote the book, The Occult Meaning of 777. That's right.
Yeah, hold on, man. This guy, Dark Man X. Yo, I've been out of the country many a times, man. So don't come on here trying to judge me and saying I've never been out of the country. I've been to Morocco. I've been to Europe. I've been to a lot of places. And here's the thing, yo. I don't have to prove anything to you, and you don't even know who I am. Just to let that be known, because I see what you're saying up there. Asking stupid questions like that. Of course I've been out of America.
Brother, cool. All right, pardon me, yo. Have to answer this. Yeah, shout out to Con Hearts too. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can still get True on here. Let me see. Yeah, True Master. Because we got to discuss. We also have to discuss
The new album.
Yeah, the new album, Divine Intervention. And when we came together, it was a divine intervention. You know what I'm saying? How we did it. The whole thing was a beautiful thing. It started from a conversation. You know, between three of us, and everything just went in so right that it happened the way it happened. You know what I mean? Divine intervention, each song. And we're going to play some of it, and I'm going to go through it. Because I remember True was just sending me beats, and the beats was just fire. It's like heavy stuff. And, you know, I was like, yo, I'm ready to get into this. Shout out to Four Horns once again. He says, paint images of Aztec sacrifices are from Aztec codes written by a Spanish priest. They said it was for the sun god. Nahuti was no word in God. It's going up right now because AD not, he over there. He'll bring it back down. I'll get to read it when he come back. Hey, what's up, y'all? It's just me. All right. Let me hit up True Mass. And what's some of y'all favorite songs on the album, too? We're going to go through that. Mesrel Yisrael says, nice. Salute, priest. And Rasul, Babylon is to Louisiana. Oh, okay. Quetzalcoatl. It's Osiris equals Osiris. Yeah. See, a lot of the gods back then, this is what Tahuti was saying, because I wanted to go into that before. I was going to bring out Ishtar. I'm glad the brother did that, because I was trying to find out about sin too. Sin, worshiping of the moon. A lot of people doesn't know that. A lot of you brothers that read the scriptures. Oh, boy. Got a strong drink. That read the scriptures. You want to know the dragon. When you go into the dragon, right? Danny Salinas, yeah, we're going to go into the dragon. The dragon, when you find out in ancient cultures, the dragon was around because you got to remember, they were all around in the same period of time, and these stories got handed down. And the Sumerian has a version of the dragon. I think it was Tiamat, which is the earth. So she was known as the serpent also. The dragon and the serpent is the same thing. When you go into those things, some of those stories get real deep. It can get real scary too, get real heavy. For you who spooked out, don't get too spooked out, but it's deep when you start finding out, oh man, about names like Utum the Bishtum and the dragon, the words that some of the scriptures just be saying, but there's deeper meaning. Like we went into the word Baal, and you know, when you go to Baal, some people say Baal, some people say Bel, and you go into the etymology and the deepness of it. It's real heavy, yo. Shout out to Danny Salinas. Yes, you know. Oh, the guy before. Let me hit True Master. Painting. He said painting images. Yeah. Nahuti was no word for God. Give him a gun clap. Pow. 4 horns. Yeah, I feel you, brother. You know what I like about 4 horns? He's standing his ground. Standing his ground. Because you might have 4 horns might have got a breakthrough going through. You know what I'm saying? So he said that Nahuti was no word for God. He said paintings and images of Aztec sacrifice was written by a Spanish priest.
That's interesting. Yeah. We got to do some research on that. I kind of agree with him on that. I might agree on 4 horns on that one right there.
Whether we do or not, yeah,
Like,
exactly.
that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
balance.
It's a balance. It's like,
I'm glad he said it.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody bringing it out.
Well,
What do
yeah.
you have? Could you say something? I mean, the whole thing is like,
Because we don't want to just take everything that the Spaniards and the conquistadors wrote about.
but we do in their books.
We do that. They do.
When you
they
when,
do.
when
they
you look
do.
at these
It's like-
books,
right? Go ahead.
and if you haven't, just like Matt said, going back, just like Matt said on the show is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh,
The
you see, going back to that.
Yeah,
yo. See,
but just like Matt said, I'm just saying,
Give us-
just think outside the box
Right,
because
yeah.
he caught him on that because he thought about it. He's like, I haven't went through and prowled through the data myself. Once you go through the data, it takes time.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
just for people that that's interested in this type of thing. You know, we'll deal with where is it getting us now? Where are we dealing with? Because it might open up your third eye to see other than things that they've been telling us for years. Shout out to who's that? How you spell it? How you say that? How you pronounce that? Don't laugh because I can't pronounce the word. Amagi Onitwa. Oh, that's like African. Shout out, brother. Sister.
West African culture. He said, "Is this
Yeah.
the brother? Who's that?"
I'm Greek Onitwa.
Oh,
And even why
that might be. Yeah,
shout out fraternity gold
Yeah.
for our soul because we're talking about the scroll.
that's simi tai we, on we ta we or twa. It could mean twa.
Even twa. Yeah. So even Taiwi, shout out for fraternity blue for me and you. I know we going in. Oh man. There's a lot of things. Here it is. All the information that you hear from this show, from cats who've been on, from Tahuti to NGOZI to Hari,
Including ourselves, including me and
including
you.
ourselves. Go back and you weigh it yourself. You study, you put things together. You adding and subtracting. Math is beautiful. You add
The
and
language of nature.
yeah. So you add and you subtract what's good. Or you weigh this against this. And Santos. Shout out to Santos.
Yeah, big up to Santos.
Another
man. He's probably watching.
another master teacher who was on here. You know what I'm saying? So Jordan Maxwell. Man, we had some
Yeah, we had some
heavyweights
guys.
on here.
We had some guys
True,
on here, man.
True Master.
True Master.
Let me text him now because True
We
Master
got True Master back on here.
was the first dude who was on 125th before Santana, but he was out there with them. I'm not going to say he was before.
Hold on. True
Yes.
Master was with Santana?
True Master used to sell books, right? And used to break down the books. On 125th, like Santana, he probably was
They kind of know each other. They probably
was a team.
They probably
True
know each
Master is
other,
well known for going through the book knowledge and stuff like that.
Right.
So let me and he'll drop a lot. He knows all about Kemet and dropping a lot of cats on his level of that. He's very heavy with that. And the more science too. You know what I'm saying? So he
science.
heavy
Science,
into that.
I don't know. The more science, you know. I keep telling y'all that's all right. Go
Let
ahead.
me go. Hold on, let me get him. Well, you keep telling us what? Say it, bro. Get it off your chest.
I said it too many times on here, man.
Well, you don't believe. Oh, let me see.
Man. I mean, no disrespect to Noble Dry Lee, but you know I bet you Noble Dry. No disrespect. I know y'all guys watching this. I know no disrespect to Fourth Disciple and the Morris. I know y'all guys watch me on here with Melchizedek of hip hop, Killer Priest. But my whole thing is that I don't even think Noble Drew Ali knew how to speak any Arabic. I don't think he
Peace.
even knew how to say Salam Alaikum. Meaning that assalamu alaikum. I don't even think he can say that. Because you know, when you guys come up, he's like, Islam, mo. Like, that's not how you greet a Muslim.
Now, let me say this to you,
it's
Rasul.
like, that sounds like some crazy stuff somebody made up, yo.
Let me say this to you.
That shit crazy, man.
Let me say this to you, bro.
I don't know.
Now, let me tell you. Now, one of the cats that's more is a person that you look up to now.
Who?
NGOZI.
Yeah, but he would agree with me though.
And NGOZI is
he would agree with me though.
Is straight Moorish. He
agree with me though. All the stuff.
Well, a lot of them would. A lot of them would. A lot of them still. They don't get caught up in. They know it's Tar Bush. It's called that, but they call it feds right now.
Nah, man, nah. They don't never call it, and they don't call it feds right now. You go over there you speak to anybody from if you speak to anybody from Africa,
Moors come up here, man. And just
you can't bring a Moor. You can bring him up here. Bring him up here
or call in.
But he's wrong though.
We agree.
He's wrong. The word fez. Look, the word fas is wrong. He said corner head. Nah, it's not. That's not what it means, brother.
Hold on. Peace to the earth. Peace to she said, looking at this, history does more harm than good and needs to be all disregarded. That's from Santana.
I agree with that.
Earth. Shout out to Earth Observer. Peace God. AD be dropping jewels too. Yeah, I know. AD, you know, he's not going to speak on stuff he don't know. You know what I'm saying? He comes in on that's they try to give you props. AD, when we get to astrology, AD drops it. Oh, Nay's back in.
Oh, priest. Can I say something to you? Big up to Nay.
Hold on. Nay. Shout out to Nay. Turned it red again. Word. Cyrus Ben red nature. Peace, power, progression. Salute to everyone in the building. Nay. Oh,
yeah, Fourth came in and said that's not profound. Now, so what's so profound about the fez, brother? And then you're saying it wrong. It's not fez. It's not spelt in Arabic. In English, F-E-Z is F-A-S. Fas. And that was the original name of...
Why you gotta lean into the mic?
Because I want them to understand what I'm saying. The original name, it was called Marrakesh. That was the capital. Fas was the school there. It was a city. And that school, they wore tarbas. So get the history right.
What did they call it? Fez. What did they call it? Fez. We call it. Give me a slang word for.
You sound like a bunch of weird Americans, yo. It's like go ask the Arabs.
People
ask the Arabs.
People call weed. They call marijuana weed.
They don't.
And what if I came up and say, "Yo, you don't call marijuana"?
Well, I can say that.
It's called marijuana.
You know why I can say that? Because I live in America. And in America, there's a bunch of slangs. They have a bunch of slangs. So of course you're going to say, oh, yeah, it's called a fez. When you do the research and you start to actually know the knowledge about Islamic history, you'll find out that fez was a place, not a headdress.
But
they became known as a fez.
Okay.
Because what happened was Noble Ali and them. Hold on, let's keep it real.
It's cocaine. But if I got mad and said, you're not pronouncing it.
They don't know the history of it. Listen, let me tell you why.
You're making a strong claim right now.
Listen, I know the claim.
You're telling the Moors that they don't know the history?
Listen, because when you start to deal with Islamic history, yo, you have to understand a lot of that history is written in Arabic, right? You got to actually have a sheikh or imam or a mulana, like a teacher, to teach you the actual history. You know what I'm saying? So when you start to talk about the so-called Moors, right, or Morat, those people who conquered north that part of Europe, you have to understand like terms got switched around, and when
shit.
when
NGOZI.
when he can call in yet when term.
Peace, NGOZI. It's going down right now. Peace, brother. It's going down. You got Brother Rasul is going right now. I told him. Yeah.
Wa alaikum salam, brother.
Eid Mubarak, what's going on?
Yeah, we talking.
He got a problem with Morris. And
we ain't got no problem. We already talked. We already had this conversation, though. But go ahead.
For me, I understand where the brother Rasul comes from, Orthodox Sunni Islam. So for him, it's more a science form of Islam, or Nation of Islam form of Islam will be, strict. to them because they
Yeah,
don't
we don't.
really deal with
I don't deal with that. I'm not gonna ever say. I'm never gonna look at Noble Drew Ali as a prophet, yo. Never.
Right, because he deals with the Orthodox form of Islam. But here's the thing, though. The thing for me, like my mom comes from the same background that Brother Rasul comes from. She's from the continent, and they deal with Islam like that, but she's not as religious as most of the family members. But my thing is that the thing about Noble Drew Ali is that he was one of the first, even though his form of Islam wasn't Orthodox Sunnah, and it will be considered pseudo or fake to a person that practices Orthodox Islam. It will be. But the thing is that he was one of the first to present. You had the Ahmadiyya community here, but he was one of the first to present.
I know
a
you're
form
talking
of
about.
Islam. Yeah, he was one of the first to present a form of Islam to Africans in the diaspora when we were lost, when we just got out of slavery after 1865. This dude talk about Islam in 1913. Even when they talk about how he plagiarized, the Circle 7 from the Aquarian Gospels, he actually said he divinely prepared for it. Most of us couldn't even read back then. So for him to translate that little pamphlet and put it in his own little narrative, he never said he stole it. He said he divinely prepared it. Even the Holy Quran scriptures was taken from Gnostic texts and Gnostic Syrian texts or earlier Christian texts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so like when you really follow Islam and you really follow,
I'm gonna get my own special effects. AD is not on point.
I'm Muslim.
Boom! There you go. You got.
But I understand that the history is a regurgitation of a regurgitation and some add-ons. You know what I'm saying? That's original. But overall, when it comes to understanding the Moorish background, Moor is a term that does not only link to people from Morocco. It comes from people, if you descend from Senegal, if you descend from Mali, if you descend from Niger. The term Moor was for any Western African that came from the Maghreb.
Exactly.
The Maghreb means West. So that includes Moroccans, that includes a Nigerian living up there.
An Arab could be a Moor. A North Arab could be a Moor.
Arab, a Syrian, like the person from Yemen.
Yep, they can be Moors. They can be considered Moors. You know why? Because it comes from Moranos.
Shout out the fourth disciple.
Meaning black.
Shout out the fourth disciple.
I mean, not black. It means brown. I'm sorry. But black, darkness.
Like the Latin word moreno. It means dark brown. In Greek, it comes from the word moros, which means scorch. And also, the term it had a lot of meanings. It also meant anybody that was a Muslim. You could be a Iberian Peninsula convert who was in the Moorish military.
Thank you.
The Spaniards called you a Moor because that was the term for all Muslims. So that part is what's important for what Noble Drew Ali introduced because he gave us a part of African history that was outside of the paradigm of slavery.
Well, hold on though. Let's keep it real though. Arabs can be considered Moors. And they don't consider themselves Africans. So the thing about it is, hold on, let me say this. When studying that history, I try to explain to people when the Spaniards and the Portuguese get in there and the Franks get in there and they start to write about the Muslims, the skin complexion varied. So they were confused on, they knew who was who. But when they started to write down and jot down history, they put everybody into like a kind of a melting pot. So my whole thing is with that is that listen, when someone from the Moorish continent says no, we're all Moors and this, that, and the third, the black people, the Moors, like listen, that also applies to them Pakistanians too.
Yes, and it also applies.
They'll tell you. They'll say, hold on. They'll say no.
Hold on, let them speak. Hold
on, but I'm just saying. We make this one point. They'll say no, brother. No, Moor is just black. It's just subscribed. Nah, brother, that also applies to them Arabs, them Pakistanians, and them East Indians as well.
Yes, and
a Puerto Rican and a Cuban can be a Moor too. By the way.
Yes.
Shout out the fourth disciple in the building.
Because they have swarthy skin and they have a Mediterranean Latin background, and also the Moors of India. They call the Moors the people of India who practice Islam Moors as well. The Portuguese called the people of Zanzibar off of Tanzania, who were Bantu speakers who spoke Swahili. They called those Muslims Moors as well in the 13th century when they went there to travel, to trade. So Moor is a descriptive term for any Muslim, whether you come from Baghdad, India, Pakistan, anywhere. Even these terms is bogus. Did you know that the people in the Caucasus are considered black to Russians? People
I heard about that.
Like Caucasians from the Caucasus, Armenians, and other groups are called black because of their dark skin, dark hair, and their hair and extra hair that they have. They're called black to Russians. But here's the trick, though. Here's the trick. The thing is, some Arabs are highly African, and some Arabs do identify with Africa. The people, like, it depends, because the Western groups, there's two types of Arabs. Like the term Saudi Arabia, that's a new term that was created in 1940 from the Saudi family.
Yeah.
Those of the western part of the Arabian Peninsula had a lot of African ancestry.
That's
Those
right.
of the eastern part had a lot of Syrian ancestry. So
That's
it depends
right.
on what Arab you're talking about.
Yeah. Because you got the people from Sudanese, and they identify with certain Arab tribes that are mixed in with a lot of people from the Bantu tribes.
Yes,
You know.
and also the term Arab only it's just like the term Hebrew.
It's from
The term
Ara. It's from Ara.
and that only means to wander
To
or to be
wander.
a nomad.
And see,
Just
that's what I'm
like
talking about. I hope
Yeah.
the people in here that disagree with me
Eber.
is listening to what you're saying.
Even the
Because-
term Iber.
Yeah,
Go
Eber.
ahead, King.
Well, yeah,
Right.
I just
sorry,
hope
bro.
I just hope that they're listening, because you basically just confirming what I'm saying. I'm not knocking over anything. Listen, man, you're going to be a more scientist, and you're going to follow them. You know, I don't really care if you look at Noble Drew Ali as a prophet, but listen, know what you're talking about. When you walk up to guys, and you're going to walk up in a jalabia, in a tarbush, and think that you're know more than me about Islam, and I start speaking Arabic to you. And then I start reading, I start asking you about the Quran, and you don't know what you're talking about. I'm just gonna walk away from you.
I told Weston,
Walk away.
I'm just gonna walk away from you, and I might stare at you and look at you like a fool, and look at you like a fake Muslim, because just because I got a hat on, and I might be smoking some chronic or some weed or whatever, and you standing over there, you basically look like you're in a costume. You don't even know what you're wearing.
You can't.
most of the prescriptions is put in there.
Yeah, it's like you're wearing all that stuff,
Oh.
but you'll stand in front of
That's what
me.
they watching them.
Hold on, though. They'll stand in front of me and Priest, and then look at us like, well, we not nationalized. We don't know
You
nothing.
can't put me. This is
Come
your
on, man.
battle,
Well,
bro.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
You can look
right
at
now,
me.
I put the
No, they'll look
prescriptions
at you too. Like, you don't know. You need to get nationalized, brother. You need to follow us. So it's like, you know, you gotta know a little bit more history than me for me to follow you. That's all I'm basically saying.
We put most of the prescriptions up. I'm going on break, but it's cool. Oh yeah, I'm at the gig, so I'm going back and forth. But yeah,
Oh, no doubt.
absolutely. I agree with you. So, but and also, yeah, I definitely agree with you, brother. But so, and also, dealing with what you said, you do have to know how to deal with it. Yes, you can't be a Moorish Science temple or even a Nation of Islam Muslim and go in an Orthodox Sunni temple and talk about Farah Muhammad as Allah in the flesh.
You can't do that, yo. You can't do that, yo.
But here's the thing.
Don't go to Senegal and do that crap, and don't go anywhere in Africa and do. They're gonna look at you like you crazy,
But
yo.
even in Senegal with the Morbids,
What about-
which I practice that form of Islam, the Sufi set
Yeah.
in Senegal. You know, everybody can. You know, if you have knowledge of self and you
Right.
understand the history, people can deal with it all they want, however they want. But you have to pick and choose how you deal with it when you go around certain people. For me, I
Right.
practice the Sunnah. I
Right.
practice the Sufi set from Senegal, and I
Right.
also practice. I enjoy Moorish science teaching. I put it all
Yeah.
together because I understand it. Ultimately, I understand it. I even enjoy the Kabbalah. I even enjoy Kemetic teachings. I put it all together because it's. I even study. I enjoy the Torah, the principles, the morals of it. It's all beneficial when you understand how to deal with it because it all leads to the same
Damn.
answer. It's the same thing ultimately.
Right.
The term who, which is the 100 attribute of Allah in Sufism, is no different than the term Yahweh, he who creates, or I am, or the power who creates, which is equivalent to the term who. And you also find the term who in Kemet, which equates to the term husia, or who, which relates to I see or consciousness. So the term
That's
who,
growth
which is the
right
100
there.
attribute of Allah, can also be similar to the term Yah or Yah, which goes back to the term even when dealing with Jehuti, which is a form of Ayah, Jehuti Ayah, or Yah, the increasing moon or luminous light in Kemet. It all balances the same way depending on how you choose to deal with it.
Woo. Yeah. That's your growth, man. A lot of people don't have. Yeah, man, that's growth right there.
I feel like you
listen?
gotta. Yeah.
Are you checking what he's saying?
Come on, bro. You ain't hearing what I'm saying.
I understand. Yeah,
I ain't
you
saying
went-
nothing.
Yeah,
so I
exactly.
agree with the brother. He
exactly.
know.
That
See, this is the
was
thing.
beautiful.
I think I look at NGOZI as he's a Sufi. He comes from the same spiritual order, yo.
Indeed.
And that's why I come from that. I was initiated. I took my bayat when I was 16 years old.
Okay.
So I'm not saying I passed anybody, but I'm just saying like, yo,
You've been in it for a long time.
yeah, it's like you gonna talk that talk. You better walk that walk, especially if you
That's
walk
real.
amongst me. If you walk amongst me, if you're a Muslim, and you walk amongst me, Ask anybody. I'm going to speak Arabic the whole day to you just to see
That's
what you
right.
know. English and Arabic, and I'm going to see if you can speak it. So then that way we can have a cordial understanding on, oh, okay, you're a Muslim. Because I was raised this way. I'm not a religious Muslim, but I was raised this way. I can ask you some questions to see
That's
what you
real.
know. I can go to the masjid with you.
That's real.
You can't
And
go
know
in
what,
there.
Brother Ras-
You can't go in there and talk about no Noble Drew Ali. Well, I'll take you to the masjid.
you
Let's
can't.
make
You
let's
can't.
make
You
salat
can't.
together. I'll take you to go. Let's go pray together.
Right.
Yeah,
see if you can pray.
can't. Even
You
doing
see,
like
you on a personal
even-
tip though.
Yeah, it's very
Even-
personal because I was raised that way.
Yeah.
You got to
Even-
know what you're talking about.
Even dealing with the 5% lessons, not to cut your wisdom, I keep it. I want to add on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Allah does not mean arm, leg, arm, head.
Oh no, it does
The
not.
term Allah, it's alif, lam, ha.
Mm-hmm.
Alif, lam, ha. Allah has nothing to do. Allah, power. In Hebrew, it means the power or the deity. But here's the thing: the acronyms that was created.
Alif.
Alif, lam, ha. There's the letters.
Yeah.
3 letters.
Now,
Arabic
Almost
letters.
like the Tetragrammaton almost.
Yeah,
But the-
yeah,
but-
yeah.
but-
There you
but
go,
the
priest.
but
That's
the
hard. That's hard. Yeah.
But the
I can't-
acronym.
Yeah.
The
Alif,
You acting like I'm
lam.
jumping rope.
But you got to know though.
I got the
They're
skates
saying
on.
like
I'm
the-
listening. Go ahead,
the Arabic
brother.
words.
Let the brother finish. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Break it down.
The acronym that Father God Allah, Mr. Clarence 13X gave us from an urban perspective, arm, leg, arm, head, it let the so-called idea of black man in North America understand the importance of who we are in manhood. So even though that's considered shirk in Islam or shirk, and they don't agree with it, that method to get us closer to understanding the power of the idea of a black man being able to be something outside of a criminal, even though some people took those lessons to do what they want to do with it, but to be something that's supreme was beneficial for our confidence. We needed that. So at the end of the day, even though that will be considered like shirk to Muslims who practice Islam Sunni,
Right.
you can still deal with it like that because we have to also understand our level of evolution of what we created in North America and the diaspora that was beneficial for us. Because some things were created for us to benefit us to live in the sick society that we live in some cases. We had to do it. Just like with the Hebrew story. Ultimately, I don't believe that nobody's really the people of whatever historically. But it's not meant to be taken historical. Metaphorically, the Africans in America can relate to that because why? They come from multiple tribes that were slapped together. They were kidnapped and put on ships, and they live in a so-called empire, a government imperialistic society that's very similar to the house of the Pharaoh or the pharaohs of Egypt. So I can understand why our brothers can relate to those stories and identify with the term Hebrew metaphorically, even though they take it literally. I can understand it because it's the deeper message behind those stories relate to the struggle that we go through. You know, most of that stuff is based off prophecy. Some of it's not even historical. It's based off things that's going on now, if you choose to look at it like that. So I see things more esoterically than a literal aspect. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, through the third eye, not through the 2 eyes.
Nah. I'm
Man,
just
you walking
just-
him down slow. You walking him down slow. Sue's not as hype as he was.
I'm just as much as a
trying to say,
Hebrew.
man? You trying to buzz out? We can go. I'm just letting him talk because he know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just as much as a Hebrew than I am a original Arab, a Kemetic, a Nubian, a Moor, because I understand what it all means. The
Fire.
term Hebrew means to cross over.
That's
the term
right.
Arab means to wonder.
Fire.
Niggas is pastoralists around this bitch. We go from state to state, city to city.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying? Owning nothing. It's the
Fire.
same shit. We moving
Fire.
around.
Fire.
We crossed over when they took you from one place to the other. When you go from another continent to come over here, that's a crossover. You know what I'm saying? The term. I mean, just
Yeah,
look at the
cold.
term. You can relate to it.
Yep.
Israelite means one who struggles with God. We struggle with our conscience every day, trying to make a right decision.
Yep.
We do it every day.
That's true.
You can't tell me I ain't Jacob. Shit.
Uh-huh. Wow. Damn, bro. Yo, that's cold. Hey, listen, it's completely, you can hear, no pun intended, but you can hear a cat on, instead of pissing on cotton, you can hear a cat on AD's lap. For real. Dang, it's nice and silent. Yo, man, I wish the chat board could call in. Shout out to Nene once again. Santana and Ariel. Yeah,
Hold on.
Shout out to them.
Somebody go scroll it down. A good brother. Let's build on this real fast. And I want to build on a point here.
One of your homies?
No, I don't know who this dude is. I don't know anybody in this feed, yo. gonna say that's your homie. Go down. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, Santana. Yeah, exactly.
Hold on.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let him come in. NGOZI.
Go up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Brother,
Bring
pointed
Santana,
out something very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Go down. Go.
Shout out to Fourth Disciple once again. Fourth
Big up to
Disciples in the
Fourth.
building.
Okay.
I didn't get a true master in here, man. I was like,
Okay,
yo.
this is a good one. This brother says Muslim Sufis in Egypt deciphered the hieroglyphics hundreds of years before the Europeans. This is true. You agree with that, NGOZI?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
And
before,
they call it the Suf language.
Well, you just went to somewhere something you
Well,
already
this is
know.
I know it, but the world don't know it.
He just said it.
The world doesn't know this. This is very profound.
Yeah.
The Muslims do not put this information out there, but this brother right here is putting it out there.
Okay.
Yeah, the Suf
say what he said
language.
again. Say it again.
The Suf language was deciphered by a group of Sufis called the Baladi in Egypt. They call Baladi.
Right,
Right.
Baladi.
And the,
But
and the Fila. And
The
they
Fila.
did decipher before Randolph. Before Randolph came in from France, they understood it quicker and they deciphered it quickly. I remember Neter, which is the Egyptian language, is part of the so-called Afro-Asiatic language family, which is close to Arabic, which
That's
is part
right.
of the Semitic branch of the
Yeah.
Afro-Asiatic language family. So it was more easier for them to understand those letters.
yeah.
Right. You gotta
And
remember,
something
you
that
got
comes
this from
from
the chat. The chat room said that, so you know they on point already.
Yo, I'm this brother right here. Dog,
the truth.
hold.
It's the
Yo, I
truth.
already knew that, yo.
I said that's
I
what
already
I'm
got
saying.
notes on it at home.
I'm just saying.
I'm just
nobody
pointing
cares
out the
about
brother-
that. The
Yo, that's
brother said something
profound,
that's dope.
though.
Yeah, but it's coming from the chat room.
Yo, that means he's on point. That's why I
Exactly.
said, yo,
Exactly.
and I wanted him to elaborate on that.
Yeah,
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
he's
saying?
definitely on point.
Yeah.
he really can't elaborate if he texting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you want it for your
I'm
show.
letting it go. I'm letting it
You know,
go.
me,
I'm
me,
letting it
me,
go. I'm letting it go.
Let me tell you something. Me and NGOZI can really go deep into that subject, but we not even going to do it.
What? I want NGOZI to go through it. Go
we
through
do
it,
a whole
NGOZI.
show. We'll do a show for that. We'll do a show for
This
that.
is beautiful. Yeah, it's powerful, man.
It's powerful.
Yeah,
It's
man.
powerful. I'm not even. We can't go into that right now. It's too deep.
Hey, yo, this podcast be rocking, yo. I gotta
Thanks,
give
bro.
it y'all. Y'all keep it cracking, yo.
Yo, we don't hold back, man. We don't hold back. You know what I'm saying? That's big up to the chat room too, because the chat room be dropping some bombs in there. You know what I'm saying? So it's loving it. I'm loving it. Yo, thank you, man. Thank you, NGOZI. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to Brother Rasul and you get it in, man. I appreciate y'all. And,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
I do understand Brother Rasul's point.
Yeah.
You know, he's Sunni, so
Okay.
the Sunnah
They
don't
don't
take,
see it. Yeah.
They don't take no majority. But for me, I understand it all. It's
Right.
all a beauty to me.
Right. And for that brother who wanted to go into it, you can't tell nobody what they can't do on this show. You know what I'm saying? If y'all want to go into it, you can go into it. I'm just saying, don't
Well,
be set
I'm
up
not
there.
gonna go-
You can't
I'm not gonna go-
This stuff
I'm
is
not
not
gonna
about
go-
hiding no information.
Nah,
if
it's
the
a long
information is
subject matter, though.
the
I wouldn't.
information about
Santana wouldn't be able to talk if I start going into that.
Oh, okay.
That shit is a big
The
subject.
Sufis
Is it that
definitely
long?
did.
Yeah, yo.
Yeah,
It's a lot of
it's long.
information.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay,
long,
okay.
yo. I keep telling you.
The Sufis did, and it's long. It's because you got to get into syntax cognates. How is it part of
Oh,
Afro-Asiatic
okay,
language?
yeah.
How did they decipher it? But he's absolutely correct. The Baladi and the Fila Sufi, and they still practice those orders.
Okay, okay.
Not even just them, but you also know who else
Right.
deciphered the Egyptian language? Because the
I want to hear this. Yo, but I'm
I
sorry.
I
Santos.
did- After the class.
The Egyptian Coptics, the Christian
Yeah, they did it
Egyptian
too.
Coptics also speak a form of the last stratum of the Meta after Demotic. After Demotic comes the Coptic when it was influenced by the Greeks. The Egyptian Coptics still practice a lot of the ancient Egyptian customs. You know, this is when you get the Nag Hammadi and the Gnostic text or the Gnostic text and all that, which means knowledge. It's still there.
Yeah.
And the Coptic Christianity. You know, a lot of the deeper esoteric information, it's encrypted in Islam in Africa, and it's encrypted in the forms of Christianity, primarily like the Ethiopian Christianity.
That's
It's
right.
It's even an Ethiopian Book of the Dead people don't know about.
Wow. So he dropping some heavy stuff now. Woo.
Yeah. It's encrypted
Christianity
all
in
that, yo.
Africa. That's
We
hard.
can do that.
Yeah,
We
that's
can do
hard.
we can do a whole show on that.
That's hard right there.
That'll go for like man. We can go
That's
for
a gunshot in the air, brother.
yeah. We can go all day
but see,
with that.
the thing is, we got so accustomed to them hiding everything.
That's what I'm
in
saying.
here
That's what I'm saying.
and keep sweeping everything under the rug. Yo, let's Santana and Ariel in. Come on, I know they standing.
We got me and you got to do a class in NGOZI, the secrets of the Moors, or the secrets of Islam.
Nah, he's
Like
qualified to do it
like
because
that.
he's more. Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
me and NGOZI will do the Arabic, and we'll show you everything. We'll show you all the words. I can show you like, at least like 50 different words in Arabic that represent that's very related to the Metu Neta, yo. It's very, very interesting.
And we gotta remember, man. We gotta accept. You know, Arabic is part. It belongs to us.
Yeah.
You know, before these people were speaking, the syntax of Semitic language, Proto-Semitic, comes from something called the Harippian languages. The Harippians exist before the Akkadians. They came from the northeastern part of the Sahara before leaking out into the Levant.
Right.
So even Semitic, its base foundation comes from Black African people. So Arabic has a mother tongue because Arabic is a branch of Semitic, which is part of the Afro-Asiatic language family. Right. You know, so it's very important for us to embrace those parts of ourselves. And, you know, all of it. It's all good. It's all good.
Yo,
Tori?
Yeah, she said recite
Get the hell out of here with that. That's stupid.
Don't disrespect it. Don't
Yo,
I'm
not going to recite the Fatah. That's easy to recite.
No, I'm not going to. Yeah,
everybody can recite the Fatah, yo.
Yeah, but hold on. You can't disrespect that.
There you go. Yeah, okay, there you go.
She just dropped it. She asked Sue to do it.
I'm not doing that. I don't have to do it.
Yeah, we gotta.
I did it all my life.
We gotta respect Tori. Tori's down with the click.
No, she down.
Yeah,
but
you know. So she just asked you a question. You got.
Come on, yo. That's
Thank you for pulling them out of that. You could have recited. I'm not saying you can't recite it, but I'm just saying.
I'm not going to do that. I don't have to do that. It's too easy.
Do it then.
Why?
Oh, it's too easy. It's too easy.
Why? Why should I do it?
No, he just did it. The brother just did it.
Yeah, all right. NGOZI did it.
NGOZI.
I don't have to prove nothing.
So come on in, Santana. Is Santana there?
Let's see. I don't know. It seems like they're connected. Santana, can you hear us? Oh, let's see.
Someone asked you to translate YHVA. Yav. Yeah.
Somebody say I can't.
It's esoteric. Yeah, Yahweh.
He who creates. That's what it means. I am.
The I am. Yeah.
He who creates.
Does that translate what?
You proving your okay. Shout out to Tori in the pace. She said it's easy. Rasul do.
Yo, I already did that. I already did that for you, and I'm not gonna do all that. It's like, you know, you need to go learn Arabic. Go learn Arabic.
Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad. I mean, not Prophet Muhammad, but Prophet Musa or Moshe, as the Hebrews say.
Can you hear me?
When he discovered Yahweh in a burning bush on Mount Zion, it was self-realization. Yahweh said, I am that I am.
Right.
You've seen the backside of Yahweh. Yeah. And that's self-realization.
Right. Hold on, bro. We got you, brother. Yeah. That's deep. That's deep. Yes, brother. I felt you. But we got two people on. Go ahead. We heard you in NGOZI. It's heavy. Go ahead.
Yeah, but the stories ultimately, when we really follow like the biblical narrative and the Quranic narrative, it's only teaching you to find a greater aspect of self. The power of Yahweh.
It's inside you. It's in you at the temple. You the temple.
It's you.
You the temple.
The inner I am. Self-realization. Because it's more to you than this bag of cells with an expiration date.
NGOZI, we got one more brother that wants to speak. He's going to say something. That's what I was talking about. Go ahead, Santana. Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep. Let's go.
How you guys doing today?
Bro, you already know it's already heated. It's heated. It's turned up in here right now. Word.
Fantastic.
Word. You got the Moors in the chat room lighting stuff up. They ready to. They ready to. Sue got them fired.
Okay,
they ready to get that Sue. Go ahead.
Let me start off by saying I salute the divinity and all you brothers out there. Just watching y'all and listening to y'all disagree is the most beautiful thing, because this is a conversation that's taking place. So let me tell you, brother, I salute y'all for that.
Thank you, brother.
And I'll tell you what, Mr. NGOZI, brother, I would love to sit down and just get a pen and paper and just let you talk. I would just sit back and write notes all day and just listen to you talk. However,
is NGOZI hearing him?
No.
Oh,
I'm right here, bro. I'm right here.
Oh, could you hear the brother? I don't think you can hear him. Hold on. Say that. I can't hear
him.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, I just wanted to let him know that I'm.
He just said that he wish he could sit down and let you talk and take a pen and paper, brother. He's just saying that he giving you mad props. He's just saying that he loved the podcast and he could sit and listen to you talk for hours.
Man, I shade to you and I appreciate you, brother.
He said
peace be upon you.
He said peace be upon you. Go ahead.
Great. So let everybody's about to get mad at me.
All right,
but I need you to everyone needs to understand that we have to walk away from these gods and all of these gods.
Wow.
All of us.
He said we have to walk away from these gods, all of these gods. That's what he said.
All of us. And NGOZI said it better than anybody else.
We have to figure
this out.
I'm gonna hit you back because I'm holding the phone. So let me hit you back. All right, peace. Because he can't hear you. He can't hear you now, and I don't want to keep repeating what he saying to you.
I got you. It's a lot. So we've got to walk away from these gods.
Though. Go ahead. Okay,
and we got to walk away from the history. We got to walk away from these gods, because for us to think that we're experts in any of these things is just our crazy ego. For example, all of us lived on the towers when the towers fell in New York, right? We all saw that happen. But Priest, you being from New York and me being from Baltimore, we also saw building number 7 fall that same day. So what I'm trying to say is, we sat and watched history happen right in front of our eyes. We saw a plane hit 2 towers, but we also saw a building that had nothing to do with anything on a completely different block drop the exact same way. And it's not put in our books because we are watching history be lied about and changed right in front of our very eyes, and it's happening right now as we speak. So if we're going to go back 2,000 years and look at books and look at a narrative of a person who we know to be a liar, we've got to throw it out. And as long as we're discussing things about what's happening in the past, then we're stuck in the past. We need to stop and let go of this narrative of we are connected to this person because they built a pyramid or they built a house or a road. Forget all those things. You need to be your own God.
Right, but Sue can't hear you because hold on, brother, because I want Sue to hear this because I'm not the one that's in this mix right now. It's just the audience and me, and I think Sue, you need to hear this, Sue.
Oh, hold on.
Put on there
right now. Santana?
Yeah, Santana.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I don't feel like just repeating everything that you're saying.
Hold on.
Of course, it's too much.
Yeah, it's too much. That's why I told NGOZI. Shout out to Fourth Disciple once again, and I tried to get True Master on here, but it turned into something. Man, crazy. Yo.
Are they mad at me?
Well, stop worrying about people being mad at you, man. Just do you
Yeah.
gotta go, you gotta close your eyes and swing that sword. If you got the sword on the battlefield, you can't actually.
I already swung the sword.
Yeah, let's go.
I already swung the
All
sword.
right, so tell him.
The sword has been swung.
Well, you might have to pick up your sword once again because the brother just telling you something.
What are you telling me what?
Drop it, Santana.
So
Drop
what I'm
the
saying
mix.
is, take yourself out of it for a second.
Yeah.
Take myself out of what?
Out of the gods. He's saying
just a whole
discussion.
All right, man. I mean,
just for a second.
all right.
Just hear me out. Hear me out.
You gotta listen to him, bro.
We're saying the same things. We're saying the same things. So check me out. All right. So take yourself out of it for a second. The reason why you should not have any debates with these people who are Egyptologists or anyone who are so-called experts is because, first off, you're debating with somebody who's trying to make themselves relevant in history. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to stake a claim in history. So you just arguing about it puts you in a losing spot. Don't discuss that. You know who you are. Stop worrying about the person who wants to tell you whose lineage they come from or what they built is saying that this was somebody did in the past, and since I'm related to them, I'm great. No, we need to be saying I'm God today. I'm going to create something myself, something better. And
give him a bomb for that, bro. Give him a bomb.
You know, we're holding on to something, an old narrative. Those old narratives do nothing about progressing us in the future because I love that y'all speak these different languages, but what is that going to do to move us forward in the future to get us out of this conundrum? And understand that if you are a melanated character and you're speaking with the Egyptologists and explaining about how advanced the civilization was, what we have to do is be honest. And when we're honest, the question that's going to be asked, if we was this advanced civilization so genius, how do we let an inferior person put us in the dirt and on our knees?
Okay, I can
So
explain.
I can explain that. I'm simply, understand.
I can explain that.
What I'm simply saying is, us keeping that discussion going on keeps us in a losing narrative, and we need to move forward. And I'm not talking about just people who consider themselves brown or black. I mean humanity. I mean, white people who consider themselves white need to walk away from the things that was done by white people in the past and just say, hey, that was wrong. Black people need to say, you know what? I'm cool. I'm glad we came from Africa and we're from the motherland, and these things are fantastic things. However, those things do not do anything about getting us out of our condition. And then, because you never can trust true history, because history is written by the people who did all the massacres, all of it's garbage. You know, the people who wrote this, listen, the first writings of Jesus came from the Romans 73 years after the so-called death. So the people who slaughtered him are the ones who got to write the book. All of it is being wrote by murderers. So throw it all in the trash because we weren't there. We are watching news being debated today in front of our eyes and still can't get a true answer. So guess what? We can just say, you know what? These things happen, cool, but I am the God. Mr. NGOZI, he said it perfectly. It's about the God in us. We supposed to be creating things. Let the past be in the past because we don't know what really happened. But you know what's happening today in your life. So do what you're supposed to be doing in today in your life. You be the God. Forget those old gods. We are the new gods. You know what you can do. When I'm looking at you, I'm watching at your show. You are creating right now, my brother. That's a God. Don't look back into Egypt and talk about anybody. You talk about you are creating today. You be the God. You know what you are doing. These things that they talk about in the past is self-serving. They do not do anything to benefit us. But what you're doing right now, my God, is you are creating. So now you move forward. Leave the rest of it in the back. It was nice. Move past it. It does nothing to move the conversation and humanity forward. Leave it in the past.
With him in the back.
Leave it in the past. You know who that's in, you know who that's in the back of me?
See, you got your man, got the church, you got the strap on him. Now go ahead.
You know who that is, right?
Yeah.
Who's that?
That's
Who's
Jesus.
that? What?
That's Jesus.
What?
That's Jesus.
Go ahead.
What'd you say,
that's
brother?
Jesus.
Says Jesus.
That's Jesus.
Jesus from where, brother?
From Mexico.
From Nazareth or Mexico, brother? Because the way you
From
said
Mexico.
it, okay, that's
From
Jesus.
Mexico.
Okay, what you gonna try to do? Say he's the Jesus?
Just listen to the
No.
joke, bro.
Okay,
No.
yeah, that's the
What I'm
thing.
trying to
He just
say-
get away with the philosophy.
What I'm trying to simply say to you
Brother.
is that. What
Go
I'm
ahead,
trying to
go
say
ahead.
to
He
you is
going
this.
in.
He made it very simple for me being in Mexico.
Okay.
Because his name is really Jesus. We know that.
Wow.
See, here we go.
Fire.
Of course. We know his name is Jesus.
Give him
No,
a
what I'm
bomb for
saying
that
is his
one. He
name is
needs a
Jesus
bomb
in
for that.
Mexico. In Mexico,
Don't
they call him
discredit
Jesus.
all the jewels he just dropped.
No, I'm
just
not
saying.
discrediting him,
No,
brother.
okay.
But you
No,
know,
what I'm simply
Santos,
saying
man,
is
come on, man.
He
You
made
went
it
on.
simple.
All
What I'm
right,
simply
man.
saying
See?
is, what I'm simply
Yes,
saying is, he
man.
made it simple. He made it simple because when we was in Mexico, they called him Jesus.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
why
But
would
when
you
you're in
relate
America-
the story, the biblical story, to this brother from Mexico, brother? Because it's because his name was
Because-
Jesus. Because you know,
No,
Yeshua.
because
Yeshua is a common
we
name in
are-
Hebrew, brother. And so is
Because we are
Jesus, brother.
vibrations. Because we are vibrations.
Okay,
And
so
Jesus is a vibration.
all right.
Oh,
so you just
shit.
gave
He's a vibration.
Santos dropped it on you that time.
He went into
Soul.
the philosophical,
Yeah,
spiritual
he dropped
world.
it. Well, he's
You know,
he's
I get
definitely
it.
dropping it. He's dropping
get
it.
it.
Yo, go ahead, Santos.
Go ahead, bro.
I mean
Just like-
Santana.
just like-
My bad. I'm sorry,
No
Santana.
problem.
Y'all two names are.
So he made it very simple. He made it very simple. We are all talking to and we are all communicating from the same spirit, and that Christ is like spirit. But the problem is some people call him Yeshua, some call him Jesus, some call him Jesus. But it's the energy that we need to harness, and that's all it is.
I know that. But we can't be just giving people the name of Yeshua according to that,
No.
according to that book, and then trying to take
No.
that and
No, his
make.
parents-
And hold on. Let me
his
say this.
mother
Let me say
gave
this.
him that
Listen, man. Every spiritual experience is for somebody else, man.
Shout out to Santos.
You know, I'm not saying that you didn't feel that experience that you had, right? But that's an experience you felt, brother. Now, I'm not saying that this brother's not like Yeshua HaMashiach of the Torah, excuse me, of the Bible, right?
Sorry,
but what I'm
making
saying is,
macho
my
right
whole
now,
thing
so I
is
can't
that
stop him.
if what you just said is true, you can't use the biblical narrative and just place it on that brother from Mexico, brother. Why can't he just be
No,
Jesus
no,
from
that's
Jesus?
not what I'm trying to
Why
do.
can't he just
I'm
be
not trying to do
Jesus?
that.
Why can't he
Hold
just
on,
be
hold on,
Jesus
brother.
from Mexico?
Why
So what
why
I'm trying
can't
to
he
say
do
to you,
that? Why
it made
can't
it
he
very
do what he
simple.
just said?
Because
It made it
yo,
simple
we
to
all
me.
know that this narrative is kind of like it's falsified.
No. Think about
You
it
just
for a second.
that's a philosophy. That means I should just
let's-
start attributing the qualities of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam onto anybody else. You act
Like
like
Elijah
Muhammad.
Muhammad?
And that
Well,
is the
no,
answer.
not like him.
That's the
I'm
answer
talking about
right there,
Muhammad.
brother.
No, I'm not
that
talking
is
about
the
no
answer, brother.
Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But go ahead. Go
You
ahead.
answered the question. You answered the question. That's exactly it.
Yeah,
You understand that?
yeah, I don't do
when
that, though.
I met this man because my truck broke down in the middle of the street, and he came up to me and he said, "Brother, I want to take care of you," and he fixed my truck.
Indeed.
And I looked at his name tag, and his name tag
Santana,
said
man, we can make a movie
Jesus
about
on
you,
it.
yo.
It
The
said
name
what?
tag
what?
said Jesus on it. So, because he did something beautiful to a fellow human being, especially in a time of need, and his name was Jesus, then I, could see him as Jesus because the Jesus energy, and that's just
Yo,
how
hold
it
on
works.
though. Hold
you
on
see
though.
the God in people.
No.
You see
Here's the
Jesus
thing.
in
Here's the
people.
thing. But
That's
you've
how
been
it's supposed
told.
to work.
Hold on though. All your memories of Jesus in America come from white supremacists. How can you do that? You can't do that, brother. Like you can't just use that and just say, well, we need everything you. I agree with everything you just said, but then now you're trying to use the narrative though, and now you're trying to use that narrative and say, listen, I don't know that brother. His name is
He about to
Jesus.
pull a strap on you, bro. You see?
I'm just saying. The brother he's talking about is a great brother. I'm just saying you can't. Why can't he just be?
You don't even know him.
No, I'm just saying. Why can't he just be Jesus from Mexico, and not be Jesus of the Bible? You can't do that.
No, see,
That's kind of pseudo, brother. That's kind of pseudo, brother.
No.
There's
See,
that
I'm
word.
not
We need a
saying-
studio. Remember that song? We need a song like that. Everybody.
Yo, pseudo.
So we're not saying that
Let's get the name of that song.
Bible.
We're gonna make a
Yeah,
song
we're not
about
saying
that.
he's Jesus from the
Studio.
Bible.
Because everybody
Go
always
ahead.
say that.
It's pseudo. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Everybody
we
say
go ahead,
pseudo.
brother.
Go ahead.
Okay, guys. So what I'm saying is, we're not saying he's Jesus from the Bible.
Peace, brother.
We're saying that.
Why
these
not?
are
He could
energies
say he's from Jesus from the Bible. Go ahead. You can say it.
But it's that simple. It's just that simple. We call them different
I don't
things.
never get no love, man. Go
I
ahead.
gave you love. I told you right here in front of Tahuti. Tahuti, I said you was right, but you ain't know how to close the door.
All right,
Go
all right,
ahead,
good.
brother. Go ahead.
He can't. Go ahead.
Oh no,
And
I was
Tahuti
simply
just
saying that when I
checkmate you.
met him, it made it very simple.
I'm about to train, yo.
Is that me? Oh, it made it very simple.
Go ahead,
that too close. His name being Jesus, him doing a kind act was it's that simple. It's the actions and the intent, and it's sometimes it's just that simple. But more so, we have to walk away from all of these things because we weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
And constantly having these discussions puts us in a bad place, and it does not move us forward. If you look at the entire narrative in history, you look at the narrative through Hollywood, in school, the entire narrative all the time is about us in the past and losing and always being on the losing side of things, to keep wanting to discuss. This is fine.
Brother Cole, we get enlightened.
To keep wanting to discuss what happened in the past. You know, you were a slave, and then you had Jim Crow, and then that's what I think is good. Then you had Jim Crow, and then you had all these negative things. You're on the losing side of things. Stop that. It's over. It's over. Stop all of that conversation and that narrative. Now, What are we doing today? Killah Priest, you have an amazing podcast, getting out to all these different people, all these different platforms of people come together. You are creating right now. You know what you're doing. You gonna be the God. You be your God. Stop talking about what some man did 2,000 years ago. Who gives a shit?
Okay,
We
here's
still...
the thing. Here's the thing, brother. Can I say this to you?
Please.
Listen, let me tell you something, man.
Yes, sir.
I agree with you, man. But you got to understand that there's always going to be someone that comes along and comes with their narrative and tries to tell you. So my whole thing is, can I have the floor? Can I have the floor, brother?
You can borrow it.
Whatever, man. You know, funny guy. You're a funny guy. Priest is a funny guy. This is my big bro. He's always going to make fun of me. But here's the thing. Listen, man. You can't.
He's listening, brother.
It's a part of my, man, come on.
It's a part of your
I do my thing.
Go ahead.
He ain't listening. Look, you listening, brother?
Absolutely.
All right.
I've said it all before.
Well, let me get my tea. All right.
Go ahead.
All right. Now listen. You can't come up to me and start speaking about Islam or the likes, Kemet, Sufism, or whatever, right? And I'm not saying I'm the forerunner, I know everything, because as a wise man, I tell all the people that I teach, including my best friend Stevie Williams, that I know nothing. And he always looks at me like I'm strange. Here's the thing.
Right.
Cousin, best friend.
Yeah.
Same thing. So here's the thing. My whole thing is, if you come amongst me and you don't know what you're talking about, and
Shout
you're
out to
wrong,
Santana Jr.
then you have to explain yourself. Because a lot of these guys will come amongst you and try to convert you to their way of life. And say, no, you don't have a nationality. You don't have this. You don't have that. You need to follow us. So you need to create a force field to combat the foolishness when it comes to monotheistic religions. And those who try to use monotheism in religion and theology and try to compile it into a package and give it to so-called Moors, Africans, or whatever name that we as people of color try to use. You know what I'm saying? So we don't need that package deal no more. And you're not going to come amongst me and do that, because I studied the language I went to Arabic school when I was 9, 10 years old. I was raised in Islamic school, madrasa as we called them. And my whole thing is that, just know what you're talking about, Know the Islamic history. Because here's the thing. Everything you're saying is right and exact, brother. But, these people are deeply rooted and indoctrinated into the faith. So we got to be able to combat that, because they're going to look at you like you crazy if they're Israelite, Muslim, or Christian.
Don't hold back, Santana. Go in.
That's it, 100%.
Say how you feel, brother. Say how you feel.
You are 100% correct, but that's the whole problem.
He got to say what he feel, because I want to
go ahead,
get on.
Go ahead, brother.
So here's the thing. Let's make it very simple and very plain. Let's talk like men.
Okay.
We're all
right.
heterosexual men who love women, right?
Go ahead, talk.
Okay.
Let him talk,
right.
bro. Don't cut him off.
Okay.
All right, go
He
ahead.
going in.
All right.
Okay.
He gonna walk you
All right.
down.
You gonna walk me down?
So when you've been with a woman intimately,
You put yourself in the ring. Go ahead.
when you've been with a woman intimately, do you have to ask her how was her experience, or are you a king and do you know what you've done?
Are you asking me that?
I'm asking all of you
He
that.
just straight look you in your face.
I mean, when dealing with, I think the point I was making was, I know more than you. You don't know more than me. And if I have it's like this. Can you understand where I'm coming from? Listen to what I'm saying. If I can read, hold on.
You didn't answer the question.
I'm going to answer it. I'm going to answer it.
You're taking a long time.
If I can read the Quran,
you dancing, brother.
If I can read the Quran,
you dancing.
Because I know where he's going at.
But you dancing.
No, I'm not
Answer
dancing.
the question is a yes or no question.
First of all, no, I'm not gonna. I'm not. If I meet a Muslim or a Sufi and they don't know what I know, I'm gonna look at them like they're illiterate.
Chat room open up.
There you go.
You gonna look like
you can't come because you should know.
He didn't ask you that question, bro.
Yeah, but he was trying to allude. He was alluding to where I was coming from. He was trying.
Thank you.
Then now you gonna hold on.
So what I was asking
Come on, man.
What I was asking was a simple question, because
You can't go out. You try to change the subject matter though.
No,
we're talking about a person. We're talking about a religious person, yo.
No, you never answered this question.
Right.
No, he said
All
a
right.
woman. He didn't say religious.
Yeah, but he changed it up and put a woman in there. We're talking about people's consciousness.
No, he
and
said
thought
let's
pattern.
be like men. He just talked. That's what the first.
We're not. Yeah, all right. I hear you.
Here's the question. The question I'm asking is this: if you've been intimate with a woman, you don't have to ask her about how the performance was if you know who you are. So if you are trying to stake claim in history about why you're so great, then that means you're insecure about your own history.
Okay.
So don't argue with people who are trying to steal your history if you know who you are.
All right, here's the problem. Well, a lot of black folks don't know who they are. And let me tell you
That's
something,
my
man.
whole
Hold on. Let me tell you something. I'm glad you brought that up. And I'm going to make a statement to everybody in this feed. Africans don't go back to Muhammad. Muhammad only goes back 400 years, brother. So, yes, I totally agree with you.
Okay.
I've said on this show. Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying, brother. I said this on this platform, the Killer Priest platform, many a times. I will throw the Quran up against the wall. I'll throw it out the window. It means nothing. Nothing's going to happen to me. I'll burn the Bible, yo. I don't care. Okay? But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. If you subscribe to your whole life to these books, the Quran, the Torah, the Injil, whatever, then it's like, it's kind of like, yo, you should have mastered that and go to the foundation of that.
Did you answer his question?
Yeah, well, I understand where he's going at, but yo, you can't just say that, brother, because these guys are indoctrinated.
The path narrow.
They're indoctrinated, yo.
So
that means they're
is
brainwashed in a particular sense.
So what I'm simply saying is this: having the discussion about what happened 2,000 years ago, 200 years ago, especially when you are the losing party and the victim, does not benefit moving forward. So what I'm saying is, we don't know 100% about nothing because we weren't there. But you do know 100% about what's going on with you in your life today because you are there. So what you need to do is just make yourself the God because you know all of the truths of what's going on. Dismiss it. Throw it in the trash. It is not moving humanity forward. You being on this podcast and opening up minds, you are creating. That is moving humanity forward. But the things in the past does nothing for because what happened in the past has landed us here. So throw it away. It has not been beneficial to us. It continues to be a fight for us. So that past is not beneficial to any of us. Throw it away. Let's make us the gods. And I'm saying, brother, you speak all these different languages. Do you know how amazing it would be to have you on a trip with us? So when we went somewhere and people were talking, you can just break it down.
That's just
all the deep language.
Listen, man,
I'll
that don't
two.
mean.
I'll take two, please.
Hold on. Let me say this. You funny guy. Let me say this, man. Hey, I don't exercise any of my so-called intelligent abilities to anybody because I could go to Saudi with you, Sudan with you, Egypt with you. You sit amongst the Arabs and the Africans. We can speak Arabic and all that kind of stuff. And you'll look at them and they say, oh, Rasul can speak. He's from America. That's very, very impressive. That's not really impressive to me. You speak Espanol. Hold on, but you speak Espanol, brother. You speak Spanish, don't you?
Brother. That's the thing, brother.
All right.
You are powerful.
Listen,
brother, you speak Spanish. You speak
I don't think
Hebrew,
that speaking Arabic is special.
Brother.
I don't think speaking Arabic is special, yo. It's not that special, yo. There's a lot of Africans that speak Arabic.
Yo, listen, why you
You
won't let
took
the
your
brother
power
talk,
away from yourself, brother. You are taking power away from yourself. You are lessening yourself and you're degrading yourself with your words, brother. All the things that you are doing are genius things. It's brilliant. Say these things. Stop talking about somebody else being smart or brilliant, brother.
Listen.
You are doing it.
I hear
Make
you.
yourself the
Well,
God.
yeah, listen
Going
to
into
me.
your confidence.
No, he's not. He's not going into that. No, he's not. What I'm explaining, I think we both agreeing. It's just that I'm letting him know that, yo, I'm not gonna let the Moorish science devil come up to me talking about Islam, Mo.
Here's the thing. He's
Like,
talking
you
about
can't
one.
do that.
You're talking about. It's like you keep.
Well, you can't
going
listen.
hold on, stop yelling, bro.
Go
Stop
ahead,
yelling
go ahead.
and
'Cause I
calm
already
it
know
down.
what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Listen, you keep driving the conversation towards the Moors. We've done with that. He's talking
Okay.
about something else.
Yeah, but my whole point is that he got it from that, and he's just deriving it from that and saying that, oh, we don't need to deal with that. We need to move forward. I actually agree with you on that. But here's the problem. Like, you can't speak about Islam, you can't speak about Moorish history and certain things if you don't know the whole full history of it. You know what I'm saying?
But
hold on.
see the thing.
Hold on.
You
It
think
is
no
irrelevant.
one knows anything. No one
All
knows
right,
anything
fine,
because
dog. But
we
you're not a
weren't
Moor.
there.
Hold on. You don't consider yourself a Moor. You're not a Muslim. You're not a Moor. You're not an Israelite.
Yeah, why
all
is
right?
this not moving up?
Hold on. Okay, so fine. Here's the thing.
I just shut him out.
Because you don't
that's it.
consider
Oh, okay,
because
I
you
got
don't
you.
consider
Okay.
yourself a Moor, Islam, a Muslim, a Jew, or a Christian, or a Moor, or subscribe to any of those organizations. Correct? It's easy for you to say that. But these people, hold on.
Sankofa.
I used to believe in those things.
All right,
I used to believe
fine.
in
That's
those
not
things.
all right. Fine. That's not what I'm saying. I'm
don't
not
wanna
talking about you. What I'm saying is there's a big majority of our people who are still in those teachings. So when dealing with our people, we have to be right and exact.
All right, now let him talk
We have
too,
to be
bro.
right and exact. You can't just come in there, brother, and say what you're saying, right, and just say that to them, and then don't give them nothing when they leave. Because my whole
That's the
thing is,
thing.
hold
That's
on.
the thing.
Hold on now. You keep telling him to hold
Yo,
on, bro.
John,
No, stop
drop
that.
the-
He's trying
All
to
right,
go.
man.
You cut in.
Go
You
ahead,
cut
man.
in, and you say something too.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, because we already hear
Go
from
ahead,
your
yo.
part.
Go ahead.
Go
I'm
ahead.
trying to make a point, yo.
Let's
So
take
what
you
I'm
He
to
saying-
can't
the-
make
So
this point. He can't
How
make
you
this
know?
point.
So
There's a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying-
information.
Here's the thing, and listen, Russell. Listen, man. We saying the same thing. Marcel, I'm your brother. What I'm simply saying is this: the person who's pointing to another man about what another man did is a dick rider. So what I'm saying is, when someone want to come to you and tell you about their history, about what their grandfather did, the answer is, you a dick
Sorry.
rider. What do you do? What did you do? I'm looking at you. You understand?
Oh
I'm
my
a
God.
man.
Ain't nothing
I'm
but
a
a
man.
gangster
What are you
apart.
doing? You understand?
Yeah.
So what I'm
Wow.
saying is,
No, I ain't saying nothing.
stop talking about what somebody else
Yo,
did.
this is hilarious.
That's like talking about, oh, you know what, Killah Priest went down and dropped $100,000 in the strip club. What did you do? What did you do? So stop having that conversation. If somebody want to brag about what their grandfather did, well, cool. Go ahead. Y'all can talk about that all day long. But what are you doing tomorrow? How are you further along the conversation? How does that benefit humanity? It doesn't.
No doubt.
It keeps us in the past.
I know. Let me
so
get
what
to.
I'm saying is,
Right.
throw it in the trash. You know what's going on 100% right now in your mind. That's true. None of us knows what took place 20 years ago, let alone 2,000 years ago, and what they were thinking.
Fire.
So forget it.
All right, hold on. Give me a second.
That's true.
Can I get a second, brother? Just let me do this because it's been up there for a minute. Santana Jr. Said the word. Santos Santana Jr. Does Santana Nottage know about the concept of Sankofa? They asked that question.
I do not.
Okay.
Brother,
Let's
you don't
move
know
down,
about
brother.
Sankofa, brother?
This brother.
Man,
he said he
I
do
don't know
not.
about
It's just
a
a
lot of
clear.
stuff.
Yeah. He just said
I don't know about a lot of stuff, man. What I don't know can fill a warehouse, billions of them. And you know what? And I'm fine with saying that I don't know, because understand that every book that has been written and published has been written by liars. And if anyone who thinks they know history is a narcissist, because you hear all of history is only about a couple characters. You understand? Right now, if someone was discussing history right now, we're talking about 1,000 people, and there's 8.5 billion people on the planet. It ain't real. Throw it away.
Hey, listen.
Do what's going on now. There's nothing reliable. If we watch MSNBC, CNN, and Fox News today, they look at the same story and all of them got a different narrative. We can't even tell the truth today. So you expect to look back 2,000 years and get the true story. We don't know nothing. Throw it in the trash. Let's move forward. What are we doing? What
Well, I'm
are
gonna keep
the
it real
problems?
with you.
What are the issues?
Well,
In Oklahoma, we was in, I was in San
We had
Antonio
400,
and
bro.
Austin this weekend.
Yeah.
And they have a homeless population in San Antonio and Austin where they're not even allowed to buy food with money. They've set up San Antonio and Austin downtown right now where you can only use a credit card to buy food, and you got to go through the drive-through to even go through McDonald's. So that's something that we should be discussing and solving today. We need to fix that right now. We shouldn't be bickering about who built this pyramid or who married this queen.
You'll go next.
Some people are homeless. People need help
Hey,
today.
listen.
Let's talk about what's going on today.
Hey, I understand that.
Simple thing.
Understand that, brother. Understand that.
Yo,
All right. All right.
Understand? They're telling the homeless that if they get the corona vaccine, that they're going to get housing fast.
Listen, that don't have nothing to do with the more. I agree totally with you, brother. But what I'm saying is to you, when we dealing with these guys, these theologian guys, these Moorish guys, and you're gonna run into these guys, and you gotta know.
You say
you gotta know
what did you do?
What?
You say what did you do? You say,
I don't have to say that. That's what you would say. That's what you would say.
L Cool J
I'm not catching the L, yo.
You catch the L right
No,
now.
I'm not catching the L,
what
yo.
I'm saying is,
he's not a Muslim. He can't speak on that.
Don't have a conversation with an insecure person.
Yo, let me tell you something.
Muslims
don't have that kind of conversation though. If you're a Moor, or if you're a Muslim, listen, you're not a Muslim or a Moor, so you don't engage with Muslims. So okay, yeah, my fault. So let me have the floor right here.
You keep saying that, but
I agree with you, brother. I agree with you, but that doesn't relate to the people who really believe in the doctorals, brother. So when you go amongst the Christian, the Muslim, the Jew, or whatever faith that an individual has, you have to deal with them with what they dealing with. So when you deal with them, you deal with what they think they know.
If I'm bad.
If they claim it to be fact, truth, or just simply belief, whatever, you got to deal with them. So my whole thing is with you, brother. You could. I agree with your philosophy.
L Cool J.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, yo, man, you can't talk. You with that philosophy. A Muslim or a Sufi would probably walk away with you, or they listen to you, or drink tea with you, and say, "All right, fine, Santana, I understand." He'll walk away and say he doesn't understand the mind of a Muslim. So you got to understand that. You're not a part of those particular ways of life. And I agree with with how you look. Yeah, listen, man. One of my teachers was Dr. York. Hold on, yo. I was about to throw. You always trying to make my point, dog.
Go ahead, man.
It's like, yo, I'm just saying, man, I'm making my point. This dude come on here talking about this stuff. Yo, there's Muslims, there's Moors that's passionate about Islam, dog. You're not passionate about Islam. Neither are you. So no, you're not.
I thought you outgrew that.
It doesn't matter. I'm speaking on behalf of people who are indoctrinated, and they'll try to fight you.
You indoctrinated?
Yo, it's not about me. I'm speaking on people, yo. Stop interrupting me.
He's talking to you. All right,
He's talking to me, yes.
So
I'm trying
Stop
to tell
yelling,
him.
Bro. Stop yelling. You gotta calm
So what
down.
I'm trying to understand.
You can do your point.
Yeah. Well, I understand. Yeah, I hear you. But what I'm saying is to him, is like, you got to understand when you're dealing with people who believe, have a belief system, you have to kind of like reason things out with them, brother. You cannot go in there and say everything that you're saying, and they live by the Quran, the Sunnah, and the books that they abide by, and you come in with your understanding. You understand what I'm coming by? I'm not disagreeing with you.
Shout out to Con
Because
Hart.
I'm not religious. Go ahead, shout them out.
Right. Shout out to Con Harts. Hold on. Shout out to Con Harts. Just threw 3-5-0 on the boy. Who can outdo that? Wait a minute. Con Hart Media. I'm a #1 fan. Super Chat Challenge. Con Hart Media is back in the game. Shout out to the 333 on Monday. You're a true fan. Thank you for the support. So far, Con Hart Media, KHM.
#1 fan.
That's what I'm talking
Big
about. Up to Con Hart Media. They just turned you
Con,
red.
my threes.
Let it up.
Those are my threes, Con Hart Media. And Con Hart, those
Turn
are my
up. Turn up. Yo, turn up, yo. Good looking for that, Con Hart.
Yeah,
No
all
doubt. Shout out
right.
to Phil.
Back to the situation at hand. So
that was it. That was real.
So what I'm saying is to you is you can't
did it,
stay.
yo.
That's like a guy going to an engineer and coming up with all
Somebody
this
got trying to
philosophy,
outdo him.
man.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you gotta be able to talk to a Muslim a certain way, a Christian a certain way, and just a Israelite or Jewish person a certain way, and you gotta understand where they coming from. You can't just tell them everything you just said, and then they just gonna like, all right, we're just gonna agree with you. No, they follow their
All right, get your point.
laws.
Get your point across.
You
Now,
can't
go
say
ahead,
that.
Santana.
You can't do that, yo.
I think we can do that being respectful. And for the people who it serves, then they should stay in that faith and that mindset.
Hey.
But what I'm saying is, take a look outside, and we all wearing masks, and we are fighting. So what I'm simply saying is, this is not serving humanity. So for the people who this is serving, let them hold them to it as tight as they want to. But for the rest of humanity that is not serving, wash your hands of it. Let's start from scratch to day one. Make today number one day. And let's talk about fixing stuff. Let's not talk about who built what. It don't matter. That does not matter, and that does not shape into how we're going to pay our bills and how we're going to get ourselves out of this condition. Us discussing the future and how we're going to move forward in the future, that's where the power is. You know, with all the skills you have, you know these different languages, brother. That is, here, people may want to crack jokes on you, but we take you to the Middle East and you're a god.
Oh yeah,
so
I'll tell all these fools on here making laugh. I can go to synagogue. I have family in synagogue.
Shout out to the chat room.
I have people in synagogue. I have people in Sudanese, and I also have people in Egypt that I know.
Brother.
That's Muslims.
So understand that.
That understand me. So I'm not really worried about that really at all.
So but understand this.
I mean, I don't really care. Really,
okay, so understand this. Understand this. You have the ability.
You can't go there though. That's the thing. You can't speak Arabic. And they're going to look at you strange.
You have the ability to open the minds of hearts of people in Sudan, Somalia, and all those places that speak Arabic. That's a gift.
Ooh, do you think that they would listen to you if you went out there to speak?
Yeah, they would listen.
I'm saying if you went out there to teach.
If not to
you know
teach.
who you are.
I think that if I went to synagogue.
Sorry, brother. Go ahead.
Not to cut you off. If I went to synagogue or Sudanese, I would not talk about Egypt and any of that. I would just talk about the way I was raised. And because I could speak
so you won't be teaching, you'll just be telling them about how you was raised.
Raised in my experience about Egyptology and different stuff. I would talk to them about everything, all my experience of America as being a black person.
In America.
And they would embrace me. Yes, they would. Because
they can understand it.
They can understand that. I mean, I can say whatever. Listen, when I come on here and I speak about Islam, I'm not making fun of Muslims. I acknowledge the fact that I'm an American. I have an Arabic name, though, on my birth certificate. So I don't have an American name. So I kind of I always look at that. Like I asked my father about it, and he said, yo, I gave you that name to separate you from the slaves, but I also gave you your mother's last name. So my dad was very, very into I'm going to name him this name, but at the same time, I'm going to give him 2 last names. I have 2 last names on my birth certificate. I have an Arabic name, and then I have my mother's last name. I do not have my father's last name.
That's 2 checks.
Could be, but the government gives me hassle about my last name, about my the Arabic name, because that's my real name.
Right.
On my birth certificate.
But
the point I'm making is this. Yes. Hold on. No, you're not talking about that. What I'm talking about is that yes, I can go to Senegal and I could probably go to Sudan and Egypt and. Yeah, I could just blend in. I could probably move out there because I could speak the language.
Flow, yeah.
And I could,
you wouldn't be teaching. You'd just be.
No, I would not teach anything. No.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm saying is, this takes religion out of all of it. You can still be whatever you want to be. I'm just simply saying that what Malcolm was asking for was simply saying, listen, we can get under an umbrella and all of us move together and remove the ideologies and religions from everything. I'm just saying what Malcolm said. This isn't an original thought. I'm saying this. Malcolm is my hero. I love Malcolm. There's not one person I wanted to meet more than Malcolm. But Malcolm is not here. And I'm here today. So I have to be Santana. And I can't go back and say, well, Malcolm X said the ballot or the bullet. That's right. He's great for that. But what did I do? So if I did nothing, then what's the point? So I'm saying, stop talking about what other people did and you do something. That's it. Leave it in the past. They weren't that great. Nothing was so great that it landed us in the condition that we are in today. And I'm not talking about people who consider themselves melanated. I'm talking of all humanity. We all are screwed. So whoever's laying claim to building a pyramid, a temple, a structure, we're here today. So who gives a shit? So since nothing that's been done is going to change what's going on today, it's what happened back then, what made today. So let's agree to throw that shit in the trash and let's move forward. Let's get away from this losing narrative. Get rid of it. Understand? Get rid of the narrative. We keep talking about the same thing.
Well, listen, my brother, I agree with you. Listen, let me say something to you. Man. The master teacher, Dr. Malachi Z. York, right? Pardon the Bab Yadnoon, as they call him, right?
Right? Go ahead, I'm about to come in, man. Go ahead. Get yours on.
Okay?
Yeah.
He said the same thing.
Yeah.
He said, yo, we got to do away with all the monotheistic religions. He said they're all outdated. They only go back 6,000 years. That means religion is outdated after the year 2000. Now we're in the hereafter. The year 2,000 years hereafter. H-E, as he says. And that means that all of the biblical references of the books are gone. They should be eliminated. Now history has to renew itself.
Oh, yeah,
as he said, every 25,000 years, they say the circumference of the planet Earth, every 24,000 miles across the circumference of the planet Earth, it renews itself. They say the Quran traveled around the Earth 25,000 miles across the Earth.
You gotta yell, brother. We
right?
hear you.
This is the prophecy.
Excited.
The prophecy, because this is what the master teacher said. But here's the thing. We throw all the narratives out. Nobody has written, or you say, we don't want to say written, because we don't need a new book, right? I just think that the people are just not, the consciousness I would think is ready. But I don't think that, in my opinion, we have not reached a level. We've reached the level of human consciousness.
You have to reach the level.
No, I'm there. I'm talking about the people. People are still doodling and dabbling in the theology and monotheistic religions. Everybody is not woke. We
know that.
Well, no, they're still indoctrinated. So don't say, everybody. No, it's going to take some. Everybody has to be open-minded. Everybody has to open their mind.
What if everybody don't? All right, I'm gonna come in, huh?
Y'all watch the Marvel Avengers and how they got a great catalog. Well, if somebody from 200 years happens to get a hold of all those DVDs in a DVD player, they can watch the Avenger movies and watch them 100 times over, and they can be geniuses and talk all about it and considered experts. But the whole thing is a made-up story. So people are experts at made-up stories. We don't know what's going on. We know that Christopher Columbus did not discover America, but it's still in the books. We can't get history right for things that we know to be facts today. So if we can't get history right of things that we know are facts today, then what makes you think that we can get history right of things that happened 2,000 years ago? So throw it in the trash and let's work on today and be your new hero. Be your own hero. Make yourself Rasul the warrior. I'm
good, man. I'm not really religious at all, actually.
It's not about religion. It's not about religion. It's just about.
You say Rasul the warrior. I'm already the warrior. Hey Ru.
Right. Absolutely.
Hey Ru Kahuti. That's what I call myself.
That's right.
Hey Ru Kahuti.
Claim that, and don't worry about claiming some lineage to someplace anywhere. Claim who you are and what you're doing.
I see what you're saying.
Give your power to you. Give your power to you. Y'all are creating right now. You're making history right now. Right now, you're making history. People are watching this. Someone's going to see this in 100 years and hear Rasul say that he speaks these different languages. You understand? So this is part of history. Understand where you take place in this history, brother. Get past the past and let's just move forward. Let's say what we are doing. We are manifesting. We are doing like-minded things. We are putting our crowds together. We are doing cross-section. We are studying. These things move humanity forward. Talking about slavery does nothing for humanity except
I'm with you. I'm with you. But
let me come in. No, because we've been on this subject for a little while. I get your point, brother. You was dropping. I mean, you dropped it. It was heavy. He had bounced. That is, man, make some noise for that. That was fly. Yeah, we gotta take accountability.
Yeah.
Take accountability. And I was always saying that, man. What have we done lately? Have we made some? Oh boy, got the new fly. Oh man, is those hearts?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, we had to take accountability and moving forward and creating new pyramids. And what are we doing now? You know, forget all of that. That's been done. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Look at who you're part of, the Wu.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all came with something completely different and took over the world.
That's right.
Y'all wasn't trying to be nobody else.
That's
Y'all
right.
wasn't trying to be NWA. Y'all wasn't trying to be down south. Y'all was the Wu.
Right.
So that's what you got to do. Be the next Wu.
Yeah,
be the next thing out there that changes the world and throw the rest in the trash.
Right.
Every style that was out when the Wu was out went the way of the dinosaur because they was paying homage to old garbage, old art. But you did something revolutionary and new
done.
and took over the world. Be the Wu.
That's right.
Be the Wu.
You know, that's dope, man. Yo, man, you right on point, man. There's so many things that went through my head going through that. Going forward, I'm looking at the chat room. Yeah, make sure y'all hit subscribe. Tell them, yo, we over here. It's going down right now. The energy in the building is it's usually a tea vibe, beautiful, but now it's like it boiled over into coffee. It's off the hook, right? Yeah, exactly. We had NGOZI in here. Man, hit that. Yo, somebody try to outdo that Kind Heart, man. Kind Heart lit it up. 350 on the voice. Yeah, that's great. That's great, man. So, or just send whatever you could, man. That's good, man. It all goes to a profitable cause. Shout out to J.K. Holiday. Rest in peace, DMX. I'm rocking the DMX on here. And we're just going into it, man, about change, elevation. And at the end of the day, we have to elevate. What we did, things that happened in the past is what the past is. And moving forward.
It's depressing.
Yeah.
Man, think about it. When you come from a Spike Lee movie, you're depressed as hell.
Yeah, you do.
Remember when Roots would come on every year and we'd be depressed as hell.
That's right.
Remember? And guess what?
And then how did it get conquered?
This time.
Yeah.
They're going to say, remember when Corona was around and everybody was depressed.
Right.
It's trying to depress you. It's trying to depress you.
Right.
It's the same thing, except now they're doing the whole nation.
Right.
They're trying to depress us. Get past it. We got to move
So
past
Santana, I mean, you saying all these things. Tell us what we need to do, brother. Tell us what we need to do. You got to
move past it.
Okay.
No. You got a survival kit, brother?
Actually, we do have a survival kit.
Tell us about your survival kit, brother.
Listen, we do have a survival kit.
Because they chased that, like I'm always gonna tell you, they chased your black ass through the Mexican jungles. I want to know. What kind of? I'm trying to figure out what you got, brother.
Yeah,
what you and your wife dealing with over there, brother?
He was saying he chased him through that.
That's what he said. He said that he said.
Gotta yell, bro.
I'm sorry. I get it. You know.
Yeah.
I get the spirit in me, brother. I'm just saying he had tanks in the whole nine.
We'll put some ketchup on the mic for you. Bro.
Oh man,
shoot that mic like this. You can hit me from here. You can hit me from here. Yeah.
That's how it is when I get on the mic on stage. You know what I mean?
All right, go ahead, brother.
Out.
They was chasing you through the African. I mean, through the. Go ahead.
The argument is the same with everything.
Exactly.
If here's like this, when you rap,
yeah,
when you got the hardest verse on a track,
right,
what you do not do is walk around the room and say, yo, was my verse the hardest verse? When you are you and you are power,
that's right.
You ain't gotta ask the question. You don't gotta ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
And the person who asked the question is an insecure one. So do not have the conversation with the insecure person,
right,
because it's going down a negative path.
Right.
You understand? It's like the woman who's saying, do you think I'm pretty? And it's like,
yeah,
that's, you know what I mean?
Instagram all the time. Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's that. It's like that. It's like, no. But that woman who just walks and she's gorgeous and she says nothing, she's beautiful because she knows it and she don't need nobody else to tell her. And I'm saying the same thing about
maybe
us.
we should start to think about some therapy. Well, this is like a therapeutic moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, she turned the radio. Yo.
Oh, Nene shouted out.
Nene, yo.
Yo, shout out to Nene.
Yo, Santana, man, what you gonna do about that, dog?
Nene just outdid Kind Hearts with a full power.
Nene, oh man.
Nene. And shout out to Kind Hearts. We building family. All 4 dimensions. Red, Peace, Cyrus, Biz. Yo, Nene, yo, we gotta send
Holy shit.
Nene just is on
Man,
time.
you on time, man. Yo, I love you to yo.
If we gotta send her
I
him
don't know.
or whatever. It's a her, right? It's a her.
It's a her.
Oh man, fire to Nene.
You gotta send her the
just let it up.
The
whole
KP,
catalog.
You gotta send her the whole catalog.
Yeah, that's fire, man. Word, she turned it red
God
and
damn.
it made me bop my head.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? But it's yo, that's fire. Yo, listen. I forgot what we was, but that was a big one. You was trying to get you was trying to get out of the leg lock. I mean, son.
Yo, why you always trying to put me in the leg lock, man? You always saying up there saying like, I'm losing. I'm never losing.
I didn't do it.
You know, he didn't win. You saying Santana didn't win? Santana ain't winning nothing, man. He's explaining his philosophy, yo. He's explaining his philosophy, yo.
Where was we before that? Before
he's explaining his philosophy.
All right, bro.
No,
where was we before you? Man, you got some fly frames, bro. Yo, you just throwing them frames. I only got one. You got some frames I can throw? I know, we got some more. Yeah, you killing it. Go ahead.
I was just saying that
That's
what
these?
we're doing right now is powerful.
No. Yeah,
and
exactly.
The things that changed the world were the new ideas and new thoughts. The things that held the world back.
Walk them down slow.
Old thoughts. So I'm simply saying,
close it out.
Let us be the gods. Let us create. Y'all
shout out to Tofu, Shinobo, roll one, Rasul. They tell you to roll one.
I ain't got no more weed.
And I'm just telling Rasul, you supposed to be supporting the God in you.
Yo, I am supporting. Yo, man. Yo, I am supporting the God in me. Listen, man. Hold on. You made a statement, brother.
Hold on, bro. Stop getting so emotional when the brother's talking. He walking you down slow. That's why I say consider. This is like a therapeutic thing, right?
It ain't therapy for me, yo. You trying to say something
well, I'm
about
saying,
me?
We should consider.
That's not me, brother.
No,
well,
what I'm saying
therapy is us communicating with each other and opening up some of those pores that hurt. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of stuff comes from a child. No, I'm just saying. I'm speaking in general. I'm gonna be talking about myself. You know what I mean? It could be a lot of things that hurting inside that the brother is showing us that we just uplifting ourselves and uplifting the God that's in ourselves. And that's it.
I love to hear what you're going to say to the Muslim brothers and sisters, bro. I would love to hear. I want to see you.
Same thing.
That's what you say.
I'm saying you the same thing.
Do you pull out the Quran on them though? You should be able to pull out. You got to pull out. You got to pull out the Quran though, because you can't speak to a person. If you don't know the Quran, you ain't gonna be able to change him, yo. They just don't look at him out. He's some guy. He thinks he knows.
I'm ready to call Tori.
About what?
Just I mean,
she's a Muslim. I think she's a Muslim, yo.
Right, but to bring a balance because yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying, I understand what the brother is saying.
You crazy, man.
All
Muslims ain't gonna agree with that though.
We don't want. It's not about religion.
You're coming with. It's not about religion, but I'm saying to you, you got to know a little bit about Islam.
Point your
hands. If you think you're gonna change someone who follows the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, you're not gonna be able to change them, yo. You got to know a little knowledge about their way of life before you start to speak your philosophy. Because my whole thing is, no. Let me finish what I'm saying, brother. My whole thing is, I'm not religious, right? But I can speak to my Muslim brothers and sisters and kind of like take them to another level because I'm kind of like them. So I can ask them questions. And I can ask, and I also, Santana, okay. That's how you doing?
Ah, shoot, Santana,
that's how you doing? That's how you doing?
Be your own God. Okay. Hold on, let's read what he said too. He got
you trying to use.
Hold on, brother. Okay, go ahead. No, you should read what he said, brother. You read what he said.
Read it. Okay,
yeah, you read it.
You're a funny guy. Yeah, be your own God. No debate.
That's right.
Once you recognize the God in you,
exactly,
all your abilities will be unleashed.
Peace
and love.
Peace
and love Ariel, and Santana,
He dropped
religion
the
was
mic.
made to be used as a weapon. Listen,
he dropped the mic.
listen, I already know
He
that.
dropped the mic on that one.
You already know all that, Santana, but listen, you gotta know their books. You gotta know the Quran, you gotta know the Torah, and you gotta know the Bible.
Yeah, heavily.
You gotta know their book,
Question.
yo.
Which one of those books did you write?
See? You sound like the mighty Hebrew.
Hold on.
You sound like the mighty Hebrew, yo.
Hold
The mighty
on.
Hebrew
Turn
would
it
say
back.
something.
Don't
See, I
turn
didn't
it
write the book.
Yo,
I didn't write it.
Hold
You
on.
can't use
Santana
that.
just floored him. Hold on, I gotta get you off of the
That's
ground.
a red.
brother.
That's a red herring, yo.
Hold on,
he can't
brother.
use that.
Hold on, brother. Hey, he's cooking.
I didn't write it, but you can't use that. No,
Yeah,
sorry.
tonight
Oh man.
dinner is
I'm simply
on
saying-
me and say, yeah, tonight dinner is on me and say we're cooking red herrings.
That's a red herring, brother. That's a red herring.
He put
He
the
used
red,
a red
the
herring,
red
though.
herrings in the oven.
He can't ask that
stuffed
question.
and ready to go.
No, I'm
And
saying
he asked you a serious
No,
No,
question.
but that just totally diverts from like what
No.
we're actually. See, I'm gonna
What
let you
I'm
get
saying
away
is
with
this,
that.
Russell.
Listen,
Russell, what I'm saying
Santana.
is this.
I'm gonna let you get away because you're not a religious guy.
Shout out to Alex.
You're not a religious guy.
Hold on, let me shout out
You're
to
not
Alex.
a theologian.
Shout out to
You know.
Alex Gombo.
Oh,
I like
sorry.
the Jesus energy.
Well, hey,
So
no.
what I'm
Hey.
what I'm saying to you is, what I'm saying to you, Russell, is the way you speak. I'm saying that you don't speak highly enough about yourself, in my opinion.
It's not about me. It's about the people.
Absolutely.
It's not
So what
about
I mean is-
Rasul. See, I was
Right,
sent
but what I'm
here.
saying-
You want to hear some? You want to hear about some real philosophies, yo?
No,
Huh?
no, it's not that.
I'll go into the pseudo of Rasul.
So
Okay?
I'm saying-
I'll tell you, I'm a descendant of Muhammad. Yes.
Right.
I come from Muhammad. I can
Point at
trace
the
my
camera when you
lineage.
say it.
I can trace my lineage all the way through my sheikh, all the way back to Muhammad. But that's religion, though.
So what I'm saying is
That's religion.
That's understandable. So
The Bible's
what they did was fantastic.
It's all
brother.
pseudo.
That's right.
Right. So what they did is fantastic. What did you do?
What?
What they did was fantastic. What did you do?
What did I do? Well, I used what I learned from that, and I created the Lost Children of Babylon, and I made some money off that. And not only
So
that,
that's it.
from the
So that's
information,
what I wanna hear
from
about.
the information, Okay, all right.
That's what you talk about. You talk about what you did, brother. You created that. Give your power to that, brother.
Well, here's the
That's
thing.
what I'm saying. You did something.
All
We
right.
should be talking about the lost children of what you created is what we should be talking about.
All right.
You should be putting your God
You
into
got a point
that,
there,
brother. Don't
He's
put
dropping
your
it. He
God
been at a
into
point.
what's
No, he ain't
going
been at a
on.
point. Yeah,
Yeah,
he didn't
you
have a
did
point. No, he
something.
didn't, man. He didn't have a point,
What
man.
you
But he
did.
has
Yeah,
a
I'm
point
not
now.
about-
He has a
creating.
point now.
You
Go
were
ahead.
creating,
I'm not sure.
and you know what the creator is thinking. When you were creating that organization, you knew what you was thinking at the time as a creator. So you put your energy in that and move forward. What those guys was doing back there, we don't know what they were thinking. Don't worry about it. You keep creating.
Listen.
That's what you talk about.
All right.
Forget that book. You write a
Listen.
book. Write your own book.
L-
I got a question. Preach.
Two
Who
L's.
writes
You
the
dropping
book?
it. You dropping it, brother.
Yo,
Who
this
writes
is not a
the song?
The
contest, man.
original man.
Right, you.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
did.
the original man.
Nobody
bro.
talking.
Yeah,
Listen, people, listen. Nobody
Hey,
ain't talking
yo,
about what they did last
listen
week.
to me.
And look
Listen
how
to
culture
me.
is black
All my
people.
life, they come up to me asking me about Muhammad and Quran and Bible and all that, and the Egypt and all that. So we got to speak about that, brother.
See, that's why I was talking about childhood trauma. Because
Right.
you know,
Say I'm
because a lot of people,
traumatized. I'm not traumatized. They wanna hear the
Let me
information.
just build. Let me
All
just
right,
build. Let me
go
just
ahead,
build.
go
Let me
ahead,
just
go
build.
ahead,
You can
go
go.
ahead.
You can go. You can take the floor. I just want to say, a lot of things, trauma comes from childhood. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that. You know,
Right.
things that happen in our past, and that we have to go into and start dealing with it as the person we are now, because there's interdimensional you. So when you look back at yourself when you were a toddler, or what you went through back then, you're a different person from that now. You know, you turn. This is the butterfly effect. So when you look back at yourself, you can go and deal with the trauma and release a lot of pain that was in that other you, the other you.
That's brilliant. You're right. No, priest, you 100% right. Everything starts from childhood trauma. 100%. And yes, and that past is the past that we gotta really explore inside of us.
Indeed.
But exploring the past about what another man did is for the bees. But no, 100%, we need to know our own internal past, our own struggles to elevate ourselves. But learning about X, Y, and Z and who built what at what year is not going to fix why you cry yourself to bed at night. But what happened when you was 5?
That's a song. Sound like a love song different. Just right there.
Yeah. So I'm not saying, put the past in the past, because what was done to you
already in the
3,
past. Yeah.
Exactly. But what was done to you in 3, if it was never resolved, then it's still here. It's not the past. I'm just simply saying that when we're spending our time on the narrative of history, when we
somebody in the chat room, man. Your chat room is crazy. I'm not doing this with y'all, man.
Yeah, ranking on.
Nah. They talking about the last. He said, "Get your own dicks."
Get your shit.
They talking about what's his name again?
Who's that? Who? Gerard Cassio Carter? About him?
Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
Not that, man. Let me say this, God. Can I say this, AD and Priest? Yo, listen, Santana, that story was wild. Was a wild story.
Yeah.
I can't believe you came on this platform and actually said that shit, yo.
But
good. I give you a lot of props for that.
Yeah, let's change the subject. Let's get out of it.
What was his name again? What was his name? Gerard Cassio Carter. All right,
you can all say it together. Gerard Cassio Carter.
1, 2, 3.
Gerard Cassio Carter.
Okay, this guy's a fucking. These guys are. Oh my God!
Shout out to Earl Rogers, forgive your mother and return to your father.
Somebody said they beat my ass in the mosque. That never happened. That never happened.
That kind of did.
This guy unpopped these facts.
It did happen, bro.
Nobody ever happened.
No, I'm not saying that they did.
Say that.
I'm not trying to say that
He said, I got my ass whipped in the mosque. It never happened.
But why does it mess with you?
Because,
you so much?
They be saying stuff over there. It might be somebody looking, yo.
We're going to have to do
my nephew might be looking.
My nephew and my niece. He told me a story about his uncle that was deep, and he didn't care who was looking. He was
right.
Deep,
you got a point there. Yeah,
he told a story.
All right, you right, Priest. I do get emotional, but it's real. It's real.
My thesis is simple.
It's real.
Right now, we're in a moment where all of us are creating. You guys are creating a platform right now. Literally creating. What do you say?
Littles.
I said Littles. He had a beef with this cat named Littles. In school,
okay.
I know.
The projects, man, the projects.
So what I'm saying is this: because we can't be sure about the true narrative, and because we know today humanity is suffering, throw in the trash. And now, because we are creating a new narrative, we ain't got to talk about the old stuff, because the old stuff is what got us here. So we got to throw in the trash collectively. And this is not just to Muslims, Christians. I'm saying throw it in the trash because it doesn't serve us. If it serves you, hold on to it. But if it's not serving you, let it go. And that's with anything. With relationships, anything, let it go. And we just need to get past it and move on. Listen, anybody says anything to me, what I'm saying to every single person is, okay, that's great what your father did. Whenever I get into a debate with somebody about various things, they always want to talk about a friend who teaches at Harvard or Yale. And my question is, well, I'm not talking to your friend, I'm talking to you. What did you do? You did nothing. You are a dick rider. So don't talk to me until you become your own God. I do not speak to dick riders.
You know.
DRs.
I am a God.
DRs.
My name is Raheru Kahuti. Amen. That's my Kemetic name. I have 2 names actually, brother.
There you go.
So. But here's the thing, brother. Let me tell you something, man. Listen. You got a lot of bold statements, brother. You got a lot of bold statements. You come on the platform. You came on the platform. You talked about this guy. What's the guy's name again?
Gerard Cassio Carter.
Cassio Carter. That was your uncle, correct? No, that was the guy who stole. That was a guy who no. That was a guy who stole your uncle's phallus. He stole your uncle's
Dingling.
phallus. No, it's called a phallus. And we're gonna use the Greek. We're gonna use the Greek. We're gonna use the Greek rendition, brother. Phallus, brother.
His Uncle Dingling.
You know, we're not gonna use penis on this platform,
May he
brother,
rest in
for
peace.
lack of a better word.
Dingling.
No, phallus, brother.
You don't have to yell, bro.
okay.
Come on.
It's called phallus. I'm just trying to get a brother phallus, brother.
But see, tomato, tomatoes, dingling flowers, whatever.
All right. What I'm saying
May he
is
rest
that,
in peace.
is that, you know, it's like, you know, you're trying to give me information that I already have. And my whole thing is that I was sent here. That's why they called me Rasul. That's why they named me that.
Okay.
Rasulullah, Rasul Sharif Abdul Rahim Muhammad. That's why they named me that.
All right.
My
So,
mom's and
You
my
had two names, eh?
So what are you doing?
What
are you doing?
What do you mean what I'm doing?
What are you doing?
Yo, I've raised a lot of people.
Another L.
Yeah, put it on. Put the cap on. Put the cap on. Oh, it's battle.
I'm gonna start wearing this.
What you mean,
When
brother?
you get more L's.
I'll tell you.
What are
I'll
you
tell
doing
you.
with that name?
That's right.
With my name,
Yes.
I put out the lost. I created the lost children of Babylon, brother. Okay.
Tell me about it.
I help.
Tell me about it.
What
What is
do
the
you-
Lost Children of Babylon?
The lost children of Babylon, brother, is a group that represents the knowledge of the world. We came there. I created that, influenced by the killer priest, right? I came after the sons of man, and after all the other brothers. Okay, I'm looking at. I came after that, right? When I came to bring the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? We did a record with Jedi Mind Tricks in 1995. I met the killer priest probably maybe before that. You know what I'm saying? And we put that maybe after that. Actually after that. And we met the killer priest, Sons of Man, Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, take a
right?
breather.
Wu-Tang Clan. We met Wu-Tang
That's
Clan.
Cool.
Sons of Man, Killer Army, all at the same time, right? And we already knew about them. And then we was influenced by that. So we didn't have a record back at that we was forming it. And then from there, we went and put the record out. We linked up with Vinny Paz. We linked up with various different guys, people in Philly and around the world, and we created the Lost Children of Babylon. You see? And the Lost Children of Babylon, people listen to the Lost Children of Babylon and they get knowledge.
Okay, brother.
Okay.
I think he gets it.
Okay, hold on. And not only that, I influenced Stevie Williams. That's my cousin. Stevie Williams is one of the greatest skateboarders of all time. You see this shit called DGK? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for me.
All right, what do you
We
do?
created that. We created
There
that.
you go.
What are you- yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
point.
We created
That is
that.
my point.
All right, so I'm
Stop
letting you
talking about
know.
the skate.
Yes,
Stop talking about niggas 2,000 years ago.
What?
Look what you did.
What the? Yo, listen.
He
Listen.
said, hold up.
See, hold on, priest.
He's throwing haymakers, bro.
Yo,
He's
it's
throwing
like he hit me
haymakers,
with a
bro.
right hook right with that one. Let me tell you something, man.
He threw a haymaker, bro.
Hold on.
Let me get you off the floor.
No.
You can't just go in there and swing. You gotta take an 8 count.
I'm getting back up.
Yeah, you gotta take an 8
Shake it off,
count.
right?
Why you?
Yeah, put the
'Cause he
tiger
gonna say,
style. I'm
why
about
you
to
talk
put the tiger
about-
style. Okay.
You gonna talk about
okay.
Stevie?
I'm just saying. All right.
And then you gonna I'm gonna let you go in because you ready to go in. Go ahead. Rush it right here.
It's about the influence, brother. It's about the influence. So we created the lost children, right? Then
you
from
gotta-
there,
he punched
then
on.
from there we have Stevie Williams, right? Then he blows up on a skateboard level. Now we was underground cats. Hip hop. We didn't get the deal. The only niggas from Philadelphia that got the real deals is Beanie Siegel.
Shout out to Black
And shout out to
Intelligence.
Beanie Siegel,
Yeah.
my main man, Gilly the Kid, Wallow and all them major figures. You know, I'm talking some Philly shit right now. But yo,
What about Will Smith?
Well, he had the deal before then. That was the 80s. You know, none of us had deals.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Even, yeah. But yo, so I influence a lot of cats, man. Including my main man.
You
Hold
influenced
on.
Beanie Siegel?
No, not Beanie Siegel, no.
okay.
But I can say that I influenced a lot of people or had like a influence amongst great individuals, including Vinny Paz. Vinny Paz is my best friend, yo. I grew up with Vinny Paz.
Shout out to Jedi Mind Trick.
Shout out to Jedi Mind Tricks, Jan, and all the homies from
Hold on.
from Philly.
We got that, brother.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
he wants to come back in with another haymaker.
What you trying to say? Listen, bro. I influence. This is Melchizedek, right? This is Melchizedek, right? Me, man, I'm like Muhammad. I'm like I'm like Muhammad to these guys. I'm the messenger to Stevie Williams and Vinny. Not saying I'm better than them, but you know, I was there. So when you ask me these questions, brother, I influence a lot of people in the game, and I never said this.
Point. My whole point is,
so I influence mad cats, man. I influence mad people.
You were there when they were underground, and you was there after they blew. So you know the exact story about what happened, correct?
Oh man, see.
So
that's a setup.
You know the exact story.
I already know. Listen.
100%.
Yo, hold on though. See,
let him talk, bro. You can't do that. You can't. Go ahead, finish the blow. Finish the final blow.
Okay, you was there when they was underground all the way through success, so you know the exact story 100%. You was not there when anybody crossed the Nile 2,000 years ago, so you don't know that. So
I like that.
You were 100% to watch the development of
I shouldn't have used that. I shouldn't have used that information. You trying to use yo, man. Yo, listen, bro. You trying to use. See, I shouldn't have said.
It's worse than Tahuti, brother.
No.
He shouldn't have said that because the brother set it up. Yeah, he set it up.
No, he didn't win. He didn't win anything. He didn't win
no, this brother right here.
No. We're saying
finish.
This ain't a
I'm
debate.
Finish.
This ain't a debate, brother.
Walk him down slow. No, he's just doing the hard thing. Nah, but the thing is,
I thought you was in the Lost Children.
No,
man.
I'm a realist though.
The brother,
I'm a realist.
Nothing.
He's man. Everything he's saying is profound and beautiful.
Profound,
and
but
he just
it
said
don't relate.
because you never talked about
what?
Stevie. You
I don't talk about that because that's personal. But you know,
but you want to talk about 2,000-year-old. That was so dope.
Years. I'm always going to talk about the ancients.
What's I'm saying, and that's a good story.
Because here's the thing: it's an obligation for us to talk about that. All right.
Yeah. So here's the thing. This is the thing about is this: you was there for the development for your cousin, who's the greatest skateboarder in the world. You was there for the development of your records. You know exactly what happened from start to finish. You know the motivation. You know what they was thinking. It became something. You are something. So take your energy about some cat 2,000 years ago and put all that into what you create. And that's it. Be your own best version of yourself.
I am being the best.
Man.
I am the best version of myself. But when you ask these kinds of hold on. When you ask these kinds of questions, my brother, I have to probe into the archives of, what did you do that was great? What did you, and I have to probe in to that. And that's what you asked me. That's what you asked me, though.
Here's the thing.
You asked me that, brother.
No, but greatness ain't about somebody saying what you did was great. Greatness is about how you feel.
I feel great about myself, brother. Yeah, I feel great. I feel great, brother. I wouldn't feel great. I feel great.
Greatness isn't about someone giving you acknowledgement for something that you did. Greatness is how you feel after you've done something. Somebody can just plant a flower and feel good about that, and that's great. So all that's subjective. I'm simply saying to you that you created something from scratch, from your brain, and you manifested it. That is great. And you were there for the whole thing. So let's start with that story since you saw the whole thing. And since you were not there 2,000 years ago, and you're getting all your knowledge from people who stole and have bastardized and just lied about the history, throw in the trash. Start with what you know. You know the first time when he got on the skateboard that he felt. You know this because you was there.
The first time that he got on a skateboard and he bust his ass?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well,
you know the story.
All right.
You were there.
We want to make sure.
Let's start with. So you start with the story that you know that you were there, and if you have any doubt about it, just look in the mirror. Stop looking outside of yourself for answers. Stop looking.
I'm not looking. Stop saying that I'm looking outside of myself for answers, brother. I'm not looking outside of myself.
I mean humanity.
I'm good. I'm great. I'm great, man. I'm great.
Why do you think he's saying that?
I don't know why you're saying that. You tell me that.
I'm saying you're great.
Dropping that.
I'm saying you're great. I'm agreeing with you. But I'm just simply saying, spend time on the greatness that you're creating in time instead of spending the time on the greatness some other man did 2,000 years ago, and we still not sure. That's all.
Santana, oh man, you already got the death blow. I mean, it's like you like this, squeeze it a little. You just gotta count it out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yo, Santana, don't ever think
that was good.
Don't ever think that you're what you're doing. Let me tell you what you're doing.
Shout out to Lordy.
You're just adding on. Like I'm already great, brother. I already know these things.
Let me
you know.
Can I shout out Lordy?
Oh yeah.
Let me shout out Lordy. Santana, shout out. Lordy says Santana, shout out for recognizing divinity.
Oh my God.
Doing what you do for humanity. They gave you the W's up.
All right.
Now second. I have the second one.
No, I think you're great.
See,
you are great.
You know what you are? You're a new age guy, man. I met you guys in 94, 93. 93, you guys been roaming around. Y'all been roaming around.
Speaking facts. And
no. It's no facts. It's just philosophy, yo.
Okay.
It's like, I'm not. How can you debate a guy talking about all that, man? You ain't using no Quran. You ain't using no Bible. You're not using any of that stuff. You just saying some stuff and you're just saying it. And it's like, okay, I'm not saying you're wrong, but listen. Let me say something to you. Can I say something to you? You listen to me? Why you always gotta do this song, man?
I'm singing. I'm just singing.
You always do that when I sing it.
No, I'm singing to myself.
Yeah, whatever, yo. Anyway, what are you gonna do? Can you go? Hold on. Can you go into a masjid or the Moorish Science Temple and convince all of them with the information you're saying? Do you really believe that you could do that? You had a floor.
Absolutely not.
I don't think he even said he could.
No.
You on his side, man.
Listen,
so okay, you can't do that, right?
Just keeping it balanced.
So so what you gonna do? You gonna call me up? Because you just made a statement. You said, yo, Rasul, man, I could take you to Senegal. I could take you to Morocco. I could take you to Saudi. I could take you to Sudanin. I could take you to Egypt, and we could go to Tel Aviv, and you speak Arabic, and you could take us into the restaurants. You could go into all that stuff.
Yeah.
Listen, bro, that's not impressive over there.
Wait, what you mean? Take it to
a black man speaking Arabic is not impressive in the Middle East.
Well, he's saying, could I cut it?
Only in America.
I think he's saying that he could take you out there and you can speak to him and
that'd be only good for Santana's wife, Santos.
But
he's like, Rasul, you speak Arabic good. That's very good.
Regular.
There's 100 motherfucking. There's a lot of black people over there. The Nubians are in Cairo, in Aswan. Right. There's a lot of people that look darker than me and you.
Okay.
That live, they look like me, you, and Santos is there.
Right.
So, yeah.
Santana.
But just like
Santana, I'm sorry.
Santana, no problem. So I'm just simply saying that if we moving forward on things,
I understand where you're coming from,
brother.
I
think the things you're doing are beautiful. That's the thing. I think you're doing what you're beautiful. Yeah. And if I want you to recognize that what you're doing right now with priests is you're creating right now.
Right.
And
right. All right. I agree with that.
Don't negate that that's what you're doing. So if someone says, well, what did you do? You got the answer. Well, I have a platform where I'm reaching thousands of people. I'm inspiring people. So that is your answer. So you don't have to resort on somebody else who did something 2,000 years ago because you're doing what you're supposed to do. And that was what I was trying to get at.
Yeah, you got the point clear.
I don't care what nobody did.
Yeah.
I don't care about how much money is in your pocket. I care about what's in my pocket.
Right.
I care what's in my belly. I'm not looking at nobody else's achievements. I'm in a competition with myself.
That's right.
So what I'm saying is you were doing something. So you have an answer to what you were doing for the people who want to brag about what their grandfather did. The question is, what did you do?
Walk them down slow. Walk them down slow.
And you've done
you jump on the bike.
Magical, and you're doing something even better now. So that's what you put your God into. There's where your God is. Put your God energy into that thing, not some cat or some kitty from 2,000 years ago.
All right. Fine. All right.
That's cool. Good?
Why you looking
No,
at me?
I'm saying you straight.
Yo, I saying, hold on,
That was
man.
a beautiful
This is
walk.
not a debate.
I know it's
You
not.
didn't
Hold
win
on.
no debate,
Hold on,
brother.
Hold on.
Because you know.
Yeah, it's a walk down.
Because, Priest, you be looking
Is it
at
checked
me.
out? No,
you
is
give
it
me the look. You looking like LL Cool J with the hat on.
The two L's mean
Yeah,
something.
you go, brother. Two L's. I didn't lose no L, and I didn't lose against the Hootie either. I didn't lose against the Hootie. I didn't lose against that.
gaming.
That's what y'all been subliminally been saying for the last couple of days.
This is all just productive building.
This is
Thank
man.
you, AD.
It's all just
AD,
good
you gotta start
discussion.
coming
Twilight
in more.
Zone.
You gotta
This
start coming in more,
man
AD.
is
You gotta start
insanity.
coming in more. You just be sitting there.
Man,
Yeah.
Come in,
name
man.
is
You want to
Russell.
agree?
Yeah, Santana's
Welcome to the
saying it all.
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, this is
He
good.
doesn't know what
Y'all already
happened
doing it.
and how it ended.
Yeah, so
Whatever,
it's-
man.
it's
Welcome to
built.
the Twilight Zone.
I think I did a great. You can say I lost. Go ahead. I
No,
presented
no,
great
not at all.
information.
I think we both
Just like
won.
you said,
Because
it's like
I
a
understand
tool.
your
It's like the
perspective,
tool,
and
right?
you understand
The
my
ancient
perspective. We both
tools.
won different perspectives
Hold
of
on.
each other.
I'm sorry.
We both won.
But hold on, though.
Exactly.
Okay,
At the end of the
hold on,
day,
let me ask you
that's
a
why I was
question.
talking about just while I was trying to drop a juice. You making me laugh now. I can't even get. All right,
guys.
nah,
Sorry.
just well, just like what we was talking about, we all win at the end of the day because we get to we get to learn and grow. Sorry, but we do. At the end of the day, we get to learn and grow. And even some of there was comedians, right? Even if you look at some, I'm going back to the chat room because that's where I'm at, bro. Twilight Zone. Some even comedians, Richard Pryor, definitely Chris Rock. What's the other cat? Eddie Griffin. And it's funny because the funniest guys in the world sometimes drop the most serious ideas for us to think about. You know what I'm saying?
The comedians are the only truth tellers.
Yeah,
The only ones truth tellers because the reason why comedy is so funny is they've seen a different way of seeing things, but they're the only truth tellers.
They tell
and
the truth.
it used to be the hip hop artists.
That's right.
Before it was hip hop was taken from the original course.
Right.
They were the truth tellers. So
Right.
now the podcasts are the truth tellers.
That's right.
Right now the truth tellers are the podcasts. So when
And
people
you're telling
ask
the
what's
truth,
going
and it's
on,
funny.
we're telling the truth.
Right. It is funny. I just want to add on to you. It's funny, but you're telling the truth, and the truth is in growth. He's not. He's stuck on that podcast. He's stuck on that chat room. Going to get you, boy, because the chat room is on fire. And then we have to. When I say open up, the chat room goes in, and they go in on whoever it's about. And it's like, yo, it's good because at the end of the day, we all learn.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
And like I said, we and have a plan. Like the Mighty Hebrew. They come on your show.
Oh man.
And
I tried to get
they're amazing. That couple.
We're gonna bring him back.
Beautiful.
We're gonna bring him back. He's in
I wanna have dinner
Tanzania.
with him and his wife.
All right, he's in Tanzania.
I can't wait to meet the mighty Hebrew.
Yeah, well, he was gonna come the other day, and I tried to text him because he's in Tanzania. So they're gonna show us what's going on out there.
You know, Priest.
Yeah,
that's my whole
I didn't
point.
tell you.
Yeah, go ahead.
You
know?
keep saying he talks about the oldest records, right?
Yeah.
The Mighty Hebrew. I'm pretty sure I got some books that he don't know about. I told y'all last time.
He going to a
I
friend.
told y'all.
Sound like cannabis right now.
Listen, I told you.
This was
Listen.
cannabis.
Listen,
Shout
I
out to
told
Kid.
you,
Shout
yo.
out to Biz. Yeah, go ahead.
I told you. I know
Yeah,
clues.
but-
Hold on. You need to listen to this too. I know. The Austrian archaeologist. He's like the Austrian. He's like the real Indiana Jones of our time.
Right.
Okay. He has the real artifacts.
And what's his name?
Klusdana from Austria.
I'm sorry.
Klusdana. It sounds crazy.
Yeah, because
right?
I can tell he's probably short. I'm just
He
saying.
is.
Nah, because everybody always be putting these big names
Somebody
on him.
said I pronounced his name. Rasul
pronounces
likes he pronounces his name.
Raz, go ahead,
Raz
let's
Al
go.
Ghul. That might be my new name.
Yeah.
Raz Al Ghul. But yo, hey, listen. Let's Klusdana has the documents, yo.
You're not ready. You ready? You
Yo.
want to take on it? You want to take
No,
on
I'm not saying I have
Mighty
I have
Hebrew? Are
No,
you saying right
no.
now that you're ready to take on Mighty
We
Hebrew?
can talk about the oldest documents. What's the oldest documents in the world?
Man, brother. See, I just said you created this narrative. And
No,
you started, this
all
is what
I'm
you did
saying
with Tahuti. You started and you started up and you brought up Mighty Hebrew.
I'm
And
just
the
saying.
brother was talking about, Santana was talking about something totally different. You brought up Mighty Hebrew, and you said that he don't have the oldest records.
No, I'm saying
and then
that-
he gonna come all the
I
way
don't
from
know.
Africa. Yeah, you want to bring him? He
don't
want to
know
fly
if
in
he
from
had-
Africa to debate you. So this gonna be real.
No, I'm not debating it. I'm not setting up a
I've
debate.
seen
I wouldn't debate
That's
that.
all I'm
brother.
saying.
No, I would
What
tell
you
you.
say?
Mighty
I
Hebrew
would.
was a beast.
Yeah, I
Y'all
wouldn't
seen
debate
him
him, bro.
destroy
I wouldn't
people.
debate
He
him.
says the oldest record.
I've
We
seen
talk
him
about the
destroy
oldest
people.
records. The oldest records on Earth.
They both from Philly, but you don't want no parts of
What?
Yeah, both from Philly, but
Yo.
I don't know if you're ready for the.
Well, I gotta go back and watch his presentations, yo, because we talk about the oldest records. Listen, I deal with. I know Dana, yo.
This is
I
a
know
man.
Dana, yo.
Right.
And I'm
Santana
about
tried
to
to deal with
holler.
him.
And I'm about to holler at Bob Lazar, yo.
You gotta calm it down,
How
bro.
does that fix the homeless population in Oklahoma and Austin?
There's a drop of bomb. Yo, man.
It don't.
All right,
He killed him.
look, yo.
How does that?
I can't help them guys, yo.
Yo.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, I could get cannabis
We
on
can
the
set
show.
up. We can set up a.
That's the answer.
We can
Okay,
set up something
what I
for
want
him.
you to do.
Would you want
Okay,
Shout
what
out
I
to
want
that
you to
brother.
You
What I
want us to
want you
set
to
up?
do is this.
You want us to set up something for these guys?
I want you to go to Walmart, grab 4 or 5 tents, and go to the underpass.
No,
and
let me
give
tell you
some
something, brother.
homeless people some tents.
Let me tell you something, brother. Hold on, let me say this. Can I say this? Let me have the floor. Listen, brother.
You-
I live on 17th and Grand in downtown LA. The underpass where I live at. Damn, I gave out my damn address. But
Yeah, you
goddamn,
did.
Fuck it.
Give out your number
That
too.
shit is grimy out there. That shit is grimy. That shit is grimy, and I got the Thule in my house too, by the way, just to let everybody know. But the 110 crosses that lane right there.
I
The
haven't heard somebody say Thule in a
underpass.
long time.
The underpass. They have a whole community down there. Yeah, I don't know if anybody and you guys know about the homelessness in LA. It's pretty barbaric.
You talking about the one you
Yeah.
can Google and that they show on TV that's called
No, wrong.
Get wrong.
There's various different occupations.
Everybody knows
around.
about it. Let me just help you out. Everybody knows about it.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
It's bad. Oh, you talking about
it's
they
crazy.
got like a community going on?
Come on, dog. I walk out my house and I look over to the right. There's the 110 freeway. There's the underpass. There's the bridge there, and they have a homeless encampment out there, like at least 10 tents. Now I'm saying the
But have you been to
Santos.
Oakland? See, I know
don't
what
need to go there.
I know what
I'm not
Santana. His
saying
name is
who-
not Santos. That's Santana.
Santana.
So Santana
I'm
is
saying-
talking about Oakland is like that too.
Well, okay, everywhere is like that, but
Thank you.
the point I'm making is this:
Right.
I'm not going over there. I don't want to give them people
Skid
no
Row.
tents. I don't want to go talk to any of those people over there because I understand they over there doing drugs and they doing a bunch of stuff they shouldn't be doing. See, the thing is, when you homeless, I feel that either you on drugs or you homeless and you just don't got no money. But a lot of them people, trust me, most of them are on drugs, yo.
Well, the most of them
You know
on
what I'm
drugs.
saying? They have mental issues.
What
yo.
we not going to do? All right,
Most of them are on drugs because the condition of being homeless and thrown out in the street
No,
will make
Walk
them
down
want to
slowly.
use drugs.
Well, they still doing drugs, brother. That's what I'm trying
Walk
to
them
explain
down.
to you. They still under
get it.
they still under the pathway on the 110 in front of
so
my
you
in
gotta
front of my
listen to 'em, bro.
in
You
front of
gotta-
my apartment building. They still doing drugs. They've been there for like a year now. They still there.
Yeah,
Right.
go
so,
ahead, brother.
So what
go
I'm
ahead.
saying is people use drugs and drink because they're depressed. So if you live on the street under an overpass, chances are more than likely you're going to be very depressed. So chances are you don't have no prospects, so you're going to use drugs. And these people are mentally disabled. These people are veterans. These people who are not equipped for this society we're living in right now.
Well, not all
And
of them.
not-
Not all
No,
of them,
not
brother.
all. Right. Well,
So
that's the
we
whole
got to
point.
be able to differentiate between the ones who want to change their lives and the ones who just want to sit out there and smoke
No, we
crack
don't.
and do heroin.
No, we don't. You want to do something for humanity, something.
Yeah, we
on a
can't
small
help
scale,
everybody.
Individually,
Listen to me.
individually,
We can't-
We could take $20 and go to the dollar store and buy a 20-pack of oodles and
Yo,
noodles.
I don't want to buy a tent for somebody who doesn't want to change their life, yo.
Well, that's not our question. Don't even ask. The
I'm not
question.
doing
That's
that.
right.
It's not about.
Yo, why
what
you
they
want to
doing
go
with their
by a
life.
person who's gonna take a tent and then they set the tent up and then they're gonna go in the tent and they're gonna do drugs again? It's like, yo,
That's
you're
their
actually
prerogative.
like
Santana,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
problem.
This,
All right, man.
yeah. Let's even change. Let's even change the subject. I understand what Santana, saying, and I take Santana's side on that. You know what I'm saying? I think,
Well, thank you, Priest.
yeah, I do. I take his side on that,
All
bro.
right.
Because we don't know what people, what everybody going through, what they
man.
going through, frustration.
Oh, hold on though. Let me explain this. I think that anybody who has a conscious mind, right? If you out on the streets like that and you have a conscious mind and you're out there and you don't have nowhere to go, I don't think that you should resort to setting up a tent under the 110 highway or wherever you're at, Venice, the Valley, or wherever you are, and then that's your permanent resident, and you're just going to deal with that until you figure it out. I think that you should go through the process of trying to get work, cleaning yourself up, and trying to get a job or some form of income, whether it's wealth, I hate to say it, welfare is some kind of income coming in, because you can't live in those conditions. Like, how you going to stay under the 110 freeway for like 2-3 months?
Would you tell somebody
expect-
that's trying to coming into Islam that they have to clean up themselves first before they come in?
If they was
Or
on
come
drugs,
as they is, yeah.
I would say this. If I knew a person that was on drugs and they was kind of trying to kick the habit,
Not even knowing them, just personally.
yeah, this is what I would do. I wouldn't bring them to the masjid all crazy looking and dirty like that, because that's kind of like, that's kind of like, I don't know, it's disrespectful. And then the responsibility, if he's disrespectful, is going to come back on you. So I look at it like, yo, that person has to be cleaned up first. Like,
But
you
what
have
if
to
you want to come in? It's like,
come on, man, come on. Like, you can't come in there looking all dirty. You gotta, like, you could come in there dirty the first time, and they'll say, all right, fine, we'll let you in. But you can't keep coming over there.
So Allah wants to
looking
clean.
like that.
He wants to clean people that's clean. He doesn't want. He doesn't want people that's down and out. I'm just giving you something to think about.
All right,
You ain't gotta get emotional.
no,
I'm
I'm
just
going to
saying.
get emotional about it. With
Does it-
Santana,
does it-
cornball, because you're going to sit up there, you're going to let a dirty, no disrespect, you're going to let a dirty Mexican in your house who lives on the street.
Oh, man.
No, I'm keeping it real.
You right.
If you lived in Mexico and
Man,
there was
you-
a guy at the end of the...
You know where you at, bro?
I don't care,
Can't be
man,
saying-
because a Mexican wouldn't help a Mexican that's on drugs. You can't do it if they don't want to change.
Who's dirty though? Where did that come
Yeah,
from?
drug dealers are dirty. They don't want to change their lives. If you want to teach them, I know drug addicts, yo. It's real. It's like, yo, how are you gonna put all your energy into trying to change somebody, and then they don't want to change, and then they mess your reality up? They come in your household, they dirty it up, they do drugs, they come back at all, and you're saying, oh, I just want to help you out. You can come back in. Like, nah, man, you can't do it like that. Like, I don't got no remorse. I'll teach you.
I can't roll with you saying.
You gonna let them sleep in your crib? Yeah,
Right.
you gonna send them in my house. That's where you gonna send them at. Yeah, go over Rasul crib.
No,
He'll
he's
let
ma-
you stay over there. Nah, dog. That ain't happening, yo.
But I got a
I'll
question.
never see no.
I'm not
nobody
saying
see
it like
crib.
that,
He's
but
saying,
I'm
he's
just saying,
saying,
though.
Some of the people under those places, they do have children, and if the
Oh
children,
man.
clearly the children
walking
didn't
in.
do nothing or make bad choices to live under there. Their
Listen.
parents made bad choices.
If you're on
So-
drugs, you don't want to let. Doesn't matter you're black, white, or
Yeah.
Mexican. You can't let that person in your house. You got to talk to them where they're at.
So
You
what I'm saying
can't.
is this:
All right.
if
You
a
can't do
child
that,
is
yo.
in one of these places, a child didn't.
See,
make the bad
you
choices.
know what your problem is, bro? The guy chopped your fucking uncle penis off, yo, and you wanted to go talk to that guy. So I
No, it's
understand.
a
I understand the
It's a
psychology,
ding-a-ling.
bro. I don't want you're not gonna bring that into my mentality, yo, because you wanted to talk to a guy who chopped his penis off, and you wanted to redeem him.
Yo,
You can't
let's-
redeem nobody
let's,
like that. I told you that on the last platform. You cannot redeem nobody who's psychologically disturbed, who has an addiction. Who the hell you think you are, man?
Hold on, bro.
I'm
Okay. No doubt.
an
Listen. All right, but let's change the subject because we're not going nowhere. It's going in a circle. And then where we at? Oh, shout out to Earl Rogers. Yeah, Rasul, judge not, least you be judged.
Yeah, all right. Well, let him in your house. Let a drug addict in your house. You know what I'm saying?
Drop the jewel.
You know, ain't nobody. I ain't letting no
Gotta come
drug
back
addicts
with
in
an
my
extra-
house, yo.
I come back with an
Come
extra
on,
jewel.
All right.
Yo,
Yeah, whatever.
I
Ain't nobody
can't-
letting no drug addicts in their house, messing up their environment.
Well, sometimes drug
You know what I'm
addicts
saying?
start in their crib.
Stealing your money. They got a problem. They have an addiction.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
like,
listen,
yo,
we're gonna keep it moving because it's getting that time. I know I hate this part. We got 400 people looking, but I gotta close the shop, man. I got things to do too, bro. And yo, we gotta close. I know, right? You over there. I wait for a minute. This has been great. This has been great, man. They still coming in the building. What about porn addiction? Who's addicted to porn? You know, that is a big addiction. Porn addiction. What's another addiction? Cigarette smoking.
Weed.
Yeah, weed. Weed is an addiction.
Right.
Not good to
Women.
get,
Sorry.
women.
Can I say something, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, you. I gotta say this to you, brother. You went on a rant and rave about
He won't stop.
about me, right? Right, and then
Switch your glasses on
you.
him, bro.
I had to like start thinking. I had to think for a second here, and I said, "Yo," and I love you, brother. Yeah, I want to give you my personal number so we can actually have a real talk. And you said all those things, but you wanted to talk to the guy who chopped off your uncle's phallus.
Ding-a-ling.
And ding-a-ling. Whatever, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, say it right. Yeah, look.
Dingy, ling, ling, wing, wing, whatever the word you want to use.
Yeah.
But yet you're trying to say, Rasul, you got to be passionate. Listen, I don't want to. If that was, let me tell you something, brother.
They're moving up.
If I met that guy, what's his name? And what's his name? What's that guy's name?
His name is Gerard.
Gerard what?
Gerard Cassio.
If I met Gerard Cassio Carter, and if I were you in the flesh,
Man, I can't even hear that name. No,
I'm not going to lie to you. I wouldn't want to. You went and had an intellectual conversation with this guy. Me? No, you talk to him, brother. Stop. Don't try to throw anything in there. You talk to him, and you was peaceful with this guy. I wouldn't have been peaceful with him, brother. I probably would have smacked him upside his head. I probably would have did something. I would have assaulted this guy. For doing that.
You even tried to do that, but he would have probably put your ding-a-ling on. He probably would have tried to grab your ding-a-ling.
Yeah. Okay, you can say that. You're going to go against the odds.
He's a serial. This guy
he wants to go against the odds. He's trying to go against the odds. He's trying to put the odds against me. But here's the thing. The odds are the odds. I don't know who this guy looks like, but the fact of the matter is, you brought that up, brother.
Told the story.
Okay? I wouldn't have never talked to that guy. I wouldn't have never talked to him. And if I got a chance to talk to him, if I were you, I probably would have, I would have beat him up, yo. I probably would have beat him up,
and then what if you couldn't beat him?
What?
Yeah. What if he could fight?
Yo, I wouldn't have went there by myself. The whole family would have whipped his ass. Yes, right. That's right. It's called a universal beatdown. You know about that.
Yeah, but he made make a maneuver and just got after you. You know what?
Whatever.
Don't have me call up Little or find out what Little at.
I whipped Little's ass, yo. I took him out. AD looking. You talking about something that happened when I was 15, brother.
We want to interview.
I'm 43 years old.
I know. When you was 15, I'm just saying.
Littles is probably dead, yo. You keep talking about Littles.
He had a fight with this little dude. He was little too, right?
Nah, that's his name.
He had to find Littles. He told us about this cat Littles.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Well, listen, man. You know what time it is. So I'm just saying that to you, brother. You know what I mean?
Somebody said you should have chopped off. Somebody said you should chopped off. Man, that story is the best story ever, yo. You told me that story, I was dying, man.
What story?
Cassio Carter. What's his name? Say it again. I'll never forget again. Cassio Carter. Yeah.
Rod Cassio Carter.
Yeah, that's hilarious, yo. Yo.
Pray for
exactly. Yo, let's get ready to close out, man. Do you have anything you want to say, Santana?
No, not much. Just say, everybody just leave the past. Leave the past that's not us in the past.
All right.
Like, literally, our mamas is still lying about stuff
finishing it
from,
off.
Back in the 40s.
Well, you saying your mom lied to you, brother?
All of us.
Your mom lied to you? My
grandmama
never lied to me, brother. Okay? My grandmother never lied to me, brother.
Listen, brother.
How you know that?
Everybody lied. Put it like this. Our parents had Malcolm, and they didn't listen to him. So our parents wasn't that smart.
What?
Okay.
Sure, I think.
All right. Well,
Our
you know.
parents had Malcolm and didn't listen to Malcolm. So our parents wasn't that smart.
That's real.
So I'm simply saying this.
Go ahead, drop it, brother.
Let us put our energy and our time into our own creations and make that the new story. And let's not talk about what somebody did 2,000 years ago. Because again, what they did does not stop us from wearing a mask. It does not stop people from getting shot dead in the street from police. It don't stop anything. So let's stop talking about us in the story, because the story is always going to end up in the same place, losing and a slave. I don't want to be a loser no more, and I'm tired of being a slave narrative.
You want to be a player no more.
I'm a winner. Okay. I'm a winner, and I'm moving forward, and I don't have time to be discussing who built what.
Right.
That's for an insecure man. I know what I built, and I don't have to compare it with nobody. I compare it with me.
That's right. That's right, brother. Yo, make some noise for that. Yo, we're going to move on to the music thing before we get up out of here, because we got some stuff that we got to play. Santana, that was incredible, bro. Yo, I'm rocking your shades as always.
Of course. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, man. Yo, man. Peace to you and your family, bro. Your children, your wife. Yeah, man. Y'all the power couple of 2021. All right?
We trying, brother. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all soon.
Hell yeah.
Call me, brother. Call me, Rasul.
I'm going to give you a call, brother.
Yeah.
We're going to have a serious talk.
Yeah.
I'll talk
near the funeral home.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, Santana.
All right, bye-bye.
Charles Cassio Carter. He going to pick up. Charles Cassio Carter going to pick up.
Hello. This is Charles. Charles who? Cassio.
Yo, let's get... Shout out to Braggados.
This is the video that Danny Salinas wanted you to see, so we can just like peruse that real quick.
Yeah, let's breeze to it.
Immortality regained as the philosopher's creed echoes through millennia, and the warrior's psyche eternally rests in Elysium.
Danny Salinas always coming with some dope, crazy video, man. We gotta watch the rest of that. We gotta get in the music.
I like that. I thought it was dope. Maybe some different, like, you know, like there's little Greek statues in there. But the music was dope. The music was dope. Maybe some different visuals.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got one song promotion we're doing today. This is Think Music. The song's called Mood Ring. Think Music is the Gnosis. Remember the Gnosis?
Mm-hmm.
Think Music.
Gnosis.
Mood Ring. When Father Time still was younger, child of Uranus, he cut his pop phallus off, it dripped, the sky was raining. The time known as Kronos, who was also known as Saturn, tried to kill his seed, what we have is a vicious pattern. But we got hit Zeus, put a rock in Saturn's belly, and prosperity was nurtured by the wet nurse's belly. Hell the vendetta, hell must be better than to know your father wants to wear your hide like a sweater. Grandpop's Uranus, rebellious fight against time, and when conjunct Mars, he don't walk a straight line. Now Saturn and Jupiter together in Aquarius. Low magicians are active, their intentions are nefarious. It goes deeper than your horoscope. Saturn usurped Zeus, now call himself the Pope. The Inquisition should never stop, the devil still in scope. Forked tongue tell lies, foul breath can't be cured with scope.
Morris Legacy, he's dope.
Forked tongue tell lies, foul breath can't be cured with scope.
Yeah.
No. The sky's the limit, but 2020 left folk timid. Mask cover eyes to stop vision from being vivid. History will show it was the year that time froze. Uranus called for poetry, but Saturn still wrote in prose. Confinement calls consignment, everything's for sale. From the rooter to the tutor, nobody count that post bail. But just us shall prevail. Jupiter's expanding, Aquarius air swells. Aspecting Venusian the lights, my God, these tales are better than your best fiction story. I feel compelled to give the people game and ring the golden bell. The anointed look for shelter, but there's no room at the hotel. I hope these street balls illuminate like the sun and moon. We're traversing the North Gate.
Yeah.
I wish you all wholeness, nothing less should you take. We've been limited now, it's freedom that
is
we
the
chase.
Mood Ring by Think Music with a Z.
Yeah, we gotta
Check
get
him
that.
out.
Yo, that brother, yo, man, keep it. Yo, this brother's what,
Morris,
5 for 5?
Yeah.
Morris
Fire.
Legacy.
5 for fire, man.
He on
5 for
top,
5.
Yeah, he on top of his game. I like the stab.
Which one is he in there?
Link is in the chat.
Who?
Think Music. That's
Alright,
the
Think
Gnosis. His rap name.
He spelled
is
music with a
the
Z.
word.
Yeah.
Music with a Z, yeah. So subscribe to him.
That was fire, yo.
And that is the only song promotion we have for the day. If you guys want to promote your track, hit me up at info@webcremedia.com. It's only $20, and we'll play a minute and you're half a track.
Nobody, I got no complaints on that. That was fire.
That was dope.
Yo, shout out to NGOZI. Shout out to Santana that came through. Shout out to the chat room. Y'all was on fire. Y'all was hilarious today. This was a crazy day. I wanted to give shout out RIP to DMX.
R.I.P. to DMX, man.
And
I know.
I want to shout out everybody in the chat room, man. Yeah, it was lit today. Like we said, I wanted to go through the what's name, but we're gonna do that next time. Thanks for everybody for supporting Lord, Son, and Divine Intervention. Yo, the album, there's so much love on it. True Master came through. The beats was heavy.
Beats are dope, by the way. I just want to say that, Killah Priest. I listened to that. I go home and I listen to it for like. The first night I listened to like 4 hours. I had it on run.
Yeah,
and I was like, this is really dope. You know what I'm saying?
4 hours.
Well, I was doing
love right
something.
there. That's 20.
What I do at
the
my
album's
house,
only 20 minutes.
It's only 20. I had it rolling.
I
was doing something else, and I was doing. And it's like, I was just embrace the album. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, it kind of sounds like old school. I hate to say this, Wu-Tang, but different.
Very dope to say. That's what we are. That's what we call.
Because we haven't heard anything from True Mass in a while. So it was, man, I thought it was dope for him to even just do a whole project with you, man. That was dope. Big up to True Master, man.
Shout out to Tofu, Shinobi, MVP. Shout out to Con Hearts for lighting it up. And shout out for Santana for the donations came in lovely. And Nene, always.
Nene, you always doing it big, man. Just thanks for the support, y'all. I don't even know what to say about that.
Yeah. Tofu, Shinobi, MVP. Man, this has been great for everybody who's coming through. I haven't seen Gina in a minute. Hit her up. But shout out to Gina too.
Big up to Gina.
Tori
and big up to Tori. Big up to
they come
Tori.
through.
Still my friend, yo. Ain't no hard, don't look at me like we're friends, yo. I don't know, because you getting mad at me for no reason. I don't know why. So.
Yo, chat room's been phenomenal. AD, nothing else to say, but just
hold on, one more thing. Please subscribe to the Killah Priest podcast. We want to get to 100,000 subscribers.
We're gonna do it.
Okay? I think we could do it. You know what I mean? So just please subscribe and put people onto the show. Put a link on, do everything. Put a link to the podcast. And we want to get this information out to everybody, all this energy out to everybody. And much respect to DMX and his family, his children, his wives, and just anybody who's a DMX fan. I'm a DMX fan. Killah Priest is a DMX fan. AD's a DMX fan. And I'm pretty sure all you guys on here are DMX fans. Rest in peace to Dark Man X. You know what I mean?
One more.
You know what I mean? I forget it.
Gotta live my life like it's one more move
we should take it out with a video. Can we do that?
To take.
No, you can't do it.
Nah,
right?
let him do it. What he do?
Yeah, Big up the DMX, man.
Gotta live my life like it's one more move to make.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
So make sure you subscribe to the Killer Priest podcast.
Shout out to Jody.
And get more people on the wave of the Killer Priest podcast. And yeah, that's where we are. I'm your co-host, Rasul All 7 from Lost Children of Babylon. Killer Priest.
Say,
Chesapeake Hip Hop.
Yeah, land the
Subscribe to the podcast. 100,000 followers. Subscribe.
Check 1 2 1 2.
Check 1 2 1 2. Subscribe.
This is life. This is life. This is what I know. That's what I know. So to me, this is life. This is life.
One more road to cross, one more risk to take. Gotta live my life like it's one more move to make. One more road to cross, one more risk to take. Gotta live my life like it's one more move to make.
I'm up at like 6 a.m. to check this nigga. We work the night shift, and I got to check the figures. Knock on his door, people talking about he ain't dead, but the house is packed. Shit, I know he here somewhere. See, money get high. I don't knock what a nigga do to get by. Just make sure you getting by. Don't fuck with you getting mine. Ain't the first time he ran off. Should've split his shit then. Ain't the figure what he's getting if I catch him slipping. Won't be an ass whipping. I can tell you that. I keep it real. This caddy going to sell 2 packs and run off. Tell me he was locked down up north. And you out a week later? That's bullshit. I'll bust off. I need this stuff. Fuck you think I'm here for my help? I need this wealth because I feed myself. You play with my life when you play with my money. Played around, but this will be the last time that you think something's funny.
One more risk to take. Gotta live my life like it's one more move to make. One more road to cross, one more risk to take. Gotta live my life like it's one more move to make.
And as man tries desperately to adjust to one group of errors, he develops another, keeping his entire structure in an endless state of tension.
The other side of the veil is the godhead. The Christ's third eye opens when the light shed. It's all a simulation, everything's a dream. You gotta wake up and see the picture on the screen. It's all a still frame, a puzzle when completed. It's a picture of a baby dragon cracking out an egg. Cause the shell was the spell you was under. Darkness, ignorance and lack, but benevolence is black. Gotta grow, gotta know that you come from source. And you gotta go back. Once you become conscious, there is no going back. You have rose from the ash, so don't open up the cigarette pack. Packing gats and bagging crack was the old way. No way, Jose, will I go back? Spit facts over wax, lit vibes, make the studio collapse. But I stand there in a rubble, Ragadino is a rubble, revolutionary goal. Go bars, nobody on my level. Magnetic field surrounds my body like a bezel. You artists worship diamonds like the devil. I'm rhyming so ahead of you, your body in head 7-2. Machete you, I'm so much more clever than you. It'll make your ugly bitch pretty, a hoe smile and get cute. Look at you, mommy finally a grin. Christ, probably I'm him. Ragadino, let the prophecy begin. I am God in my dreams, but the lamb, so I'll sacrifice for the masses I write. Every rap that I write, so they can know what I know and they could grow how I've grown. Wear a crown on my head and got a throne in my home. I'm known to make poems, gems throw 'em in my songs. Give you cold chills, you can feel my flows in your bones. I'm old and I'm grown, I'm tones over stone. Song, soldiers moan, soldier tone. Right and left brain, right and left wing. It's nothing more obsessed than a power-possessed king. Evil, corrupt beings with deceived and fucked up brains. When they D-I-E, the reaper comes up and claims them. Ragadino ain't nobody harder on the earth. I do as I talk, yeah, I walk on the dirt. Hit the woods and I hitchhike in the mud. Adventurous, I'm Methodist. Rose from the pestilence. Walk through the dark graveyard full of skeletons. The death of him, the hell with him. My past is irrelevant. Santos Bonacci, use him for a reference. He's my father from another mother, God bless him. Wrestling with flesh again, till I did a spell again. A ceremony ritual, send them all to hell again. I smash blunts, puff them in the sky till I die. Hope it saves the atmosphere of you and I don't care about money, give it back to the government. The only thing I care about is love, I'm in love with it. It's Jesus, said give the Caesars what it ceases. And your soul to Jesus, instead of the sin that pleases. I am God in my dreams, but the lamb, so I sacrifice. For the masses I write, every rap that I write, so they can know what I know and they can grow how I've grown. Wear a crown on my head and got a throne in my home. I'm known to make poems, gems throw 'em in my song. Give you cold chills, can feel my flows in your bones. I'm old and I'm grown, hum tones over stones, songs home, soldiers, bone, souls atoned.